And welcome, everybody, to another edition of your favorite weekly live stream wrestling podcast. That's right. It is time for Tooney Talk Wrestling, TTW. My name is Dis, a.k.a. Dis Aka Dis, and I am here to steer this ship as we go through all of the latest happenings in the world, the wonderful, crazy world of professional wrestling. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. Make sure you are dropping a like. Make sure you are hitting that notification bell so that you can know when we go live every week. And make sure that you are sharing this, obviously, with your friends. But for now, as you all know, I cannot do this alone. So I need to bring in my panel. And I will do that right now.
He's old and he's cranky in his favorite chair, yelling at the TV with that grumpy glare. He's always on, he's losing his mind. Online trolls talking trash, man, he's not kind. But we love our awful, through the grumps and the growls. Everybody shout it now. That's awful.
Awful Wrestling. How
Yeah.
are you? How are you this week?
Doing all right.
It's
Still
not-
got my nice white teeth and my super gums.
And your beautiful white family.
Yeah. my two white daughters.
Are those now? Okay. We're gonna Jake. You have to wait. We're gonna talk. We're gonna banter. Are you? You think the AI wanted that to be your daughters, or do you think you're in some kind of like weird polygamous Mormon relate? They look Mormon. I will say they look kind of Mormon.
I think it was.
So.
I think the prompts had something to do with white women.
I did not. I
Black
promise
man,
you, I did
yeah.
not.
You most certainly did.
The only time, okay, we'll bring Jake in. Fine, here we go.
Spinning great circle of sound. Tensions ignite. Jake takes on the chaos, the verbal fight. Nice guy dropping pins on wrestling nights. Most famous on Tooney Talk, owning the mic. Light, and he's Jewish.
Okay, so
Hey, where are all the white women at?
that's
go.
Jake. Alt Jake takes on. We all know him. We love him. But yeah, I know. So when I did Jake's prompt, I specifically did write Jewish at the not on his, but he didn't have not the video prompt, but on the song prompt, I specifically did. But it was just because I was like listing every single thing I knew about Jake. When I was doing your song, I made sure not to specify skin color or race because I thought that's going back to the well. That's cheap. Like after Jake's thing worked out so wonderfully to where it just repeated and he's Jewish over and over and over again at the end. I thought no,
Rock was just like, should it be Ashkenazim or Sephardim?
No, but I was just like, no, that's like I said, that's cheap. It's going back to the well. We're not doing that again. So I made sure that in both your prompts and your song, I mentioned nothing about race or skin color. What I did say, however, is I mentioned something about when I was describing the type of sitcom I wanted. I specifically said Full House, Growing Pains,
I knew it.
Stuff like that. And I think because of that, and because not a lot of brothers on Growing Pains, I think that maybe it kind
Should've
of
went
You didn't
Family
pick South
Matters, yeah.
Central. Yeah, you didn't pick Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Cosby Show, maybe.
I tried Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it just literally turned you into Will Smith. Like it just, you were spinning on a chair and like it was a 1-for-1. And I'm like, no, I don't want
Would have
that.
liked to hear Awful's version of that rap. That would have been fun, though.
In West Philadelphia,
Yeah, thanks.
born and
Yeah.
raised.
I mean,
Yeah, could have started, and then the turn that could have been funny.
I don't know. I don't know if you were around West Philadelphia, but Philly's
I
not
was
far off.
actually, yes.
There you go. Look at that. So did you know the Fresh Prince? No?
I
Okay.
did not. But
You were not- What is that
people
line?
have told me like he's like a he's a heavyweight in Philadelphia. Like he's a boss.
Really?
Yeah.
So he
He doesn't
sticks
take no
around.
guff. What we saw with Chris Rock was like a little tiny sampling of kind of attitude that that Will Smith has in the streets of.
So yeah, Will Smith is running the streets of Philadelphia from his home, and that we saw.
I'm not going to say that he isn't.
We saw it.
Will Smith gonna have to choke a bitch? Wait a minute.
I mean, there was a while where in St. Louis, Nelly was legitimately kind of running things.
Yeah.
There were a few.
You had to be
years.
invited into St. Louis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was
Nelly's blessing.
There was a time. They called it like the Mid Coast or something stupid like that, and it was like, we were trying to. They were
Imagine
trying
being
to
disinvited from a city because the guy who wrote Chickenhead. There.
Well, think about this. Did you know that there was a feud between Nelly and Chameleonaire for who ran St. Louis when Chameleonaire was coming up? That was the whole because wait, was it Chameleonaire? Was he the one who did Holiday Inn?
Oh, I have no idea.
I got a
Remember
question.
that
Are any of these guys main eventing WrestleMania anytime soon?
Good point. I don't actually. You know what? Maybe. Are you telling me it's impossible?
Well, I mean, Master P's got his own promotion, doesn't he? I mean, that's.
I mean, there's a 50% chance we're gonna have Bad Bunny in a main event of WrestleMania. So, it's very possible that they could bring in Murphy Lee to fight
On the No Limit Soldiers.
Yeah, to fight Outlet or whoever was on there last night.
That's
Outlet,
right, gentlemen. Show your age.
Did you see Outlet? I know Outlet. Chingy, thank you, AEW Neckbeard. Chingy was the one that was feuding with Nelly about who ruled the streets of St. Louis.
Close enough.
Did you I know the name Outlet. I am not familiar with his music until I found out that he did the Elimination Chamber, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like that, I know that song at least. So anyway, I guess we should probably talk about wrestling. We have a super chat to get to. If anybody wants to guide this conversation, if you have talks about the politics within the hip hop scene of St. Louis, you're more than welcome to drop a super chat there. Or if you want to ask us about professional wrestling, we can talk about that too. So our first one of the night, Regina Sharp. Hi, Regina. You know we love you.
Hey.
AJ going into the Hall of Fame. McMahon gets off, pun intended. What else does fate have in store for us? Tune in.
Nice.
Message is brought to you by
Glove Gold, Glove Gold, Glove Gold, Glove Gold.
Always has been. Always is. Always will be.
Thank you, Jake, and thank you especially Regina Sharp. I'm so glad you brought that up because we don't really have any other reason to talk about AJ Styles because we really beat that to death a few weeks ago. But I think we all do want to comment a little on the AJ Styles tribute. So Awful, I know that you were particularly moved by last night's segment. Would you like to?
Oh man, almost moved to tears.
Would you like to wax poetic about it?
Sure. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the tribute. I thought AJ's promo was very nice, very genuine, and it seemed like he was really touched by the audience and the crowd, and of course when the audience came out, the locker room came out, and applauded him for his service in the wrestling industry. It was pretty cool. When The Undertaker came out, of course, I mean, who else thought it was going to be anything else but an induction into the Hall of Fame?
I did.
Really?
Well, okay. There was a little part of me because it would be a cinematic match. I thought maybe he was going to say something about like, we're doing another Boneyard or something like, something like that. Like
me and my bad hip.
Yeah. Bad hip, my bum leg.
Yeah.
What does he have to do in a Boneyard match? Just shoot him from the waist up. Nobody will know.
Okay. All right.
All the scenes from Far Out are AI.
But I especially appreciated some of the cameos.
See Abyss.
I know, dude.
That was
when
cool.
I saw Abyss,
Right.
I think that's my thing. So I guess we should inform people. When Awful said that he almost got moved to tears, he was making fun of me because I sent Awful a message last night right after it happened, telling him that I was bawling.
Hold on, let me see if I can read this.
Yes, you want to pull? You can read it. I'm not reading it. You can read it. I'm not.
I wouldn't say I was
Oh, my
bawling, but
God.
it was definitely a little misty in my. I just thought it was cool how they did they bring all those people and having like the partnership with TNA obviously and having like Kazarian and different stuff and being able to show the highlights. But yeah, no, when Abyss came out of there, I was like genuinely shocked by that. I didn't. I expect him to be as Chris Park, but I didn't expect him to show up as Abyss. That was,
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Okay,
clean this up for the family.
Okay.
So this sends me a random text. Effing bawling over here after that. LOL. And I immediately sent him a text back. It was pretty cool. And you're a girl. Then he said, "Mother effer, kiss my black ass." But yeah. You really thought it was that moving that you were crying?
We're the same. It's just like the show. Yeah, by the way, anybody who thinks that we might have a different dynamic off the show, like we get off the show and we're just like, okay, sir, how are you? No, this is exactly how what you hear is what we are.
Spots of a golf match next weekend.
Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah.
They're playing golf. They're hitting the back nine. Yeah.
Good
We
show,
sure
Governor.
did get them last weekend, didn't we?
Old chap. Yeah.
Oh, let's go watch some AEW, guys. We love it so much. No, so when I was leading up to this, I didn't think this was going to be real. Like in my head, I'm thinking this is just an angle, right? Whatever they're doing for the AJ Styles quote unquote tribute is just going to be something that people are going to complain about online because Gunther came out and choked him or blah blah blah. Like I was convinced it was just going to be that, maybe something that drags him to do a match in TNA, maybe something that gives him a final, like another match or something. But I thought there's no way this is just going to be a tribute, right? And then it was, and then Abyss was there and Kazarian was there and they brought in the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers, like there's excuse me.
They're not hard to get. You make it seem like they're
Well,
they're exclusive
so
guests.
busy. Their schedule is just packed.
What do you mean? I'm fishing right now.
My thought was, why would they ask the Good? Like, I thought that like WWE. You know what I mean with WWE?
Because
like,
the Young Bucks were busy.
Okay, good point. But yeah, so I'm just watching this and like I'm going to be crude when I talk about this. Okay, I'm going to be crude. It was almost like they were edging me all night last night.
Mm-hmm. So you couldn't thoroughly enjoy it as I did.
Not until the end. And at the end, but it's like it was just like, here's a little more. Now we're taking it away. Here's a little more. Now we're taking, because every time they took it away, my head went back into the space of, okay, I am prepared to watch AJ Styles get choked out by Gunther at the end of the night. Like I just reset, right? I'm like, even if they brought in the Good Brother, because like you said, what are the
So
Good
you had
Brothers?
this anxiety.
Yeah, there was yes, there was, because AJ Styles for me is one of those guys that you don't realize how important they were to you until you're kind of faced with it. You know what I mean?
Choked up now, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, look, dude, I told you before. I used to drive twice a month to Nashville for eight hours there, 8 hours back to see AJ Styles. I mean, part of the big reason was AJ Styles. That's where I first I knew AJ Styles. I knew him from WCW. I even watched him in World Wrestling All Stars. I was that guy.
You were the one.
I was the guy who would order every pay-per-view, which, by the way, World Wrestling All Stars, I found out, drew better than AEW Grand Slam, but we'll talk about that later.
Oofta.
But yeah, so like
Painful.
it's like AJ Styles, when I really, really thought about it, is kind of one of the only superstar wrestlers that I was with for every beat. like I didn't see Hulk Hogan's debut. I really kind of just saw the tail end of Hulkamania.
Right.
You know, I wasn't there for Ric Flair coming up through the Indies. I didn't even things like even the ECW guys like RVD and Raven. I would read about them, but I wasn't watching that happen. Right. AJ Styles is probably the first, maybe Jericho, but I just never really connected with Jericho the same way.
Right.
He's the first guy that I really just saw and was into from the beginning all the way to the very end. And it hit me, you know, it just came over me. It was more than just AJ too. It was this weird feeling of like time moving and like the whole thing just kind of came on me.
Your mortality came into question.
Yeah. It was just like
wasn't so much. It was more of that thing. You know, it was more his thing.
AJ's promo was existential.
Yeah. That scene in Swingers, you know, the casting director was crying. More for his thing, but you know.
I mean, it was
it was good.
Go ahead.
No, it was done really well, and I kind of feel the same way. At least I know he wrestled in WCW. I didn't really see that, but like I remember when TNA was on like Fox Sports, like net in the local areas, like making sure to watch that hour specifically for him, and like getting through a lot of that slog with Jeff Jarrett and some of those other things that were on that show. But AJ was the reason you watched TNA for a good number of years.
I guess I should specify that I know this might come as a shock. Okay, especially to Awful. I cry fairly easily. I don't know. Andre Adams, you are more than welcome to roast. We will never, ever take that away from you, sir. You're more than welcome. But yeah, I'm a bit of a soft boy when it comes when I'm alone, you know, when I'm around my kid, you know, I get into that kind of weird, very easily triggered, especially as I've noticed that like as Max gets older and time, you know, it does hit me every once in a while. Like I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, yeah, maybe I am
the wrong Folgers commercial and Disney mess, man.
You know what? I think it's because I think it has to do with my rapid switches from steroids to being off steroids to being on steroids to being off steroids all the time. Off. Yeah, well, I don't get to cycle though because they're oral steroids and they're taken from my gut. So I don't really have a choice in the matter. And I think that might make, because I do notice that in the days where I stop taking steroids, I do tend to be a little bit more emotional. And yeah, I don't know. It was kind of this weird feel. It was specifically when he said the asylum. Like that, right when he said the asylum, that's when everything kind of like washed over me. But enough about my crying. Enough
this has been the clinical minute.
Yeah, enough about that. It was
introspection with Diz.
Yeah. It was a fantastic tribute. The video with Creed and like I, of course, because I'm a dumb mark, I understand how much Creed means to AJ Styles because you know, any jock who's around my age is gonna be like, yeah, Creed, man, they're real. You know what I mean?
Especially someone who's like as religious as he is too. Like that's right in his. And then it became Dad Rock, and he's like super dad. Like that's wheelhouse.
Every white guy I know who is in their 40s and lift weights has a spot in their heart for Creed, and you know, and so. You know, can you take me higher? It's playing, and they do the thing where they make the music loud and they make it quiet so you can hear something AJ Styles says, and I'm just like, oh, shut up, stop it. You know, but that was good. And then have everyone come out, and then they parted in the aisle, so you knew somebody was driving through, you knew something was coming. And even then, I was like, oh, they're gonna bring
the gong didn't tip you off.
No, I'm talking before that. I'm talking about when they came out. Usually when they come out for the stage stuff, they cover the entire ramp. But they were parting the sea, so to speak. Right. So you knew something was coming. And that also made me be like, oh, fuck, they're going to do Gunther, aren't they? They're going to have Gunther choke him out, aren't they? Like, I was just convinced they were. And then when Undertaker came out, it was just like, oh, yeah. Okay, now I get it. And the whole thing was wonderful. Before
I never thought I pretty early on with it. I kind of like after the Rumble, I'm like, yeah, I think he really is done. Like, I don't think it's because I initially thought it was for sure an angle, and they were gonna because I thought TNA like he would do a small run to help out TNA or whatever, but. Yeah, no, he's done. That's I got. So for me, it was more of like I got to enjoy it, and I was in like soaking it all in with all those video packages and stuff because I knew, it's kind of like when Sean retired after Mania 26. Because I was at the Raw afterwards too, and it was building up through the whole thing, and you kind of got to have that moment at the end, and it was really well done. I loved it.
Yeah, Oh, go ahead, Alpha. I was about to move on, so go ahead.
I will say, like, AJ Styles is one of the few wrestlers that I did not ever take a chance on. You know what I mean? Like, when I saw him in TNA, I just didn't think he was all that. I mean, he didn't scream superstar to me.
He wasn't captivating.
Yeah, he wasn't captivating. He had a pig face. I'm not gonna lie. When he was shaved, it was just like, what is this snooty look that he's got on his face all the time? But he kind of, he kind of gave me the whole vibe of like, yeah, also may not make it too high up in the ladder of professional wrestling. Lo and behold, guy comes in at the Royal Rumble and has a program with John Cena right off the bat. And that kind of changed my viewpoint of respect for him because I was just like, okay, they obviously, I'm no goddamn scout, but like, it's just like, sometimes you just don't see it and other people do. And you turn out to be absolutely wrong about somebody. And for a long time, I was absolutely wrong about AJ Styles.
Well, I think part of what is endearing about AJ Styles to me is the fact that I did watch his development. I went from thinking like you just did. I went from seeing him wrestle in WCW being like, this kid, he's just a flippy. You know what I mean? He's just another Hoovy or whatever.
Just like another guy.
Yeah, just another guy. Especially back then, like, because WCW had like 3 Count and the Young Dragons and all of these guys who were doing the exact same stuff that AJ was.
He dressed like a generic wrestler. He looked like a generic wrestler.
Yeah, he didn't seem like the star in his own team. Like Air Paris, if you were going to tell me either of them was going to be a star back then, I would have been like, oh, okay, Air Paris. Yeah, I could see it. Like he has something at least, because he had that kind of like cool 90s look going. And you thought maybe he could do something. But AJ's the one that kind of, stuck around. He's the one that, and like every decision. And then every decision he made, I respected along the way. When he decided to, leave Ring of Honor because of the RF video scandal, I respected it. When he decided to leave TNA because look how the way he was being booked and the way that Dixie
wanted to take like a 60% pay cut too. Yeah, for the guy who's been the backbone of the company. Yeah, not even like a small pay cut, like a 60% pay cut for the guy that's been, whether he's been the head and the main guy during that time, the entire time, maybe not the entire time, but a good portion of it. But he's been the backbone of that company. From what was it like 2005 to 2000 like 13
at least
14,
MVP.
Whatever. Yeah
at
right
least MVP.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's like after making him do all that Claire Lynch stuff and him trying his hardest to make it work, like you could feel him being brought out of his comfort zone, and he tried as hard as he could to make it work, and it didn't. And eventually it just felt like he put his hands down and said, nah, I gotta. And he even like left and came back for like a minute and then left again. Remember like when he came back, it's like old man AJ, like he was all disheveled and he had a beard and, he went to Japan for a little bit and came back. Like he even had that arc before he left. And then he left and he went to Japan and he made himself even an even bigger star. And then he went to Ring of Honor and he lifted Ring of Honor up. And then it's like he finally got that crowning moment in WWE where he came out, something that I was convinced would never happen. Never.
Yeah.
Because it was very Vince-centric at the time. It was very, but apparently Vince, of all things, Vince saw the Claire Lynch promos and thought, you know what, this guy's got something, and brought him in. And my Vince is bad. Awful. You have a better
Vince? I mean, no,
My Vince sounds like Hogan, honestly. So
one thing I really appreciate about AJ Styles is the fact that he knows how to emote anger. Like, you can really tell during his promos, especially the ones that he had with John Cena. Like, he seemed very angry, like he had a chip on his shoulder. Very authentic, kind of like how Bret Hart used to do it. And again, with his wrestling style, I mean, those series of matches really sold me. And I never looked at AJ Styles the same way, not because he became a WWE wrestler. It was just that he became a WWE wrestler and surpassed all expectations of a WWE wrestler. Like, he was supposed to be upper mid-card. Motherfucker was the world champion, and he played in some high-key storylines, against The Undertaker. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that. So,
Undertaker
really
requested him.
for that.
Undertaker requested him for his last match.
Right.
That wasn't planned to be a cinematic match. That happened that they kind of got forced into it because of COVID. They were gonna have an in-ring match, and AJ would have gotten him through it, I feel like, pretty well. That's the thing for me. It was when he signed with WWE and debuted, like, that was a big shock for sure. But it wasn't that much of a shock because I thought they were like, Vince was just gonna bury him. I gave you an opportunity, pal. Best of luck. And then but he doesn't really give him an opportunity. He books him like crap, and to kind of prove, like, see, he couldn't cut it here. But no matter what, like, whatever happened between Vince, he saw it or what, but he actually, like Awful said, pushed through, won the title. With the gender experiment wasn't working. Well, let's put it on AJ. That will work. And
right.
I mean, they call SmackDown Live the house that AJ Styles built. Like, that's impressive. Yeah. Like, that's to me is probably the most impressive part, is getting over in the Vince world. It didn't take Triple H taking over or whatever to get over, and he get it under Vince. That's impressive.
And at that time specifically, Vince was bringing guys in just to shut people up.
Right. He's done that forever. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a thing where it's like, okay, fine, I'll bring him in. Watch what happens.
Right.
And it brings him in. The guy fails, and then he goes away. Goldberg was one of those people.
DDP.
Back in the day, DDP was one of those people. Canyon. There's a lot of people that Vince will bring in just to shut people up, despite the fact that he has no intention. And I think AJ might have been one of those people, but AJ pushed through. Like, AJ just he demands respect.
AJ's one of those guys that when he came in, he played all of his cards correctly in the locker room, in the back, during meetings, during production meetings, training, all that shit. He played his card A+, and they were like, all right, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the guy.
Yeah. Now, Dis, when you say that about the guys that Vince brought in to push, I can legitimately at this moment only think of two that he brought in to do that succeeded. It's AJ and Mick Foley, because he brought in Mick and he's like, I'm covering up his face. I'll bring, they tell that story, and he wasn't. Both those guys got in completely different ways, but got themselves over. Like, I legitimately at this, I'm sure there's somebody else in that, but at this moment, I can't think of it.
And
Goldberg's,
I think a Goldberg thing, though, is more about Vince understanding Goldberg. Like,
but that was the second time around. The first time around, it did not work out.
Right, no, the first time around, he's like, I need to show people that Goldberg is no Brock Lesnar. Right, that's what it felt like the first. But then Lesnar left.
Yeah.
So then the situation changes a little bit, and Vince has to, but yeah, I think the main thing is that AJ just demands respect. AJ, because he is so respectful, like he everything he does, it feels just baked in so much respect and honor. You can't help. He just seems like a good man. Yeah. And I know he said some stupid stuff about the flat earth or whatever, but like, he looks, I'll tell you what,
what did he say that was wrong?
That's true. But I'll tell you what, that man loves his wife.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I can tell you from last night, because you can't work that, man, the way he looked at his family, the way he looked at his wife, that man loves that woman.
They were the only two in the arena.
Seriously.
No, you can go away,
Like AJ looking at her, man, that was something. And it's just, I think it was masterfully done. And
That's why with AJ, you never hear of him having any like these vices. Like, what's his
Yeah.
vice? Video games. He brings his Xbox on the road. Like
He gets too angry when he plays against Seth Rollins at the finals of the up, down tournament.
Yeah, the Lord is his vice.
Right, exactly. Like, hey, I mean, like they always hear about how wrestling marriages rarely if ever work out. Like, not only is theirs worked out and they've got 5 kids, I think it's 5, right?
Yeah,
4
5.
boys. Yeah, that's impressive in and of itself. And I'm just so happy that he'll be able, because in that family with how religious and from Georgia, and they grew up with 5 kids. He's gonna have 15 grandkids in the next 10 to 20 years. You know what I mean?
I got a question.
What's up?
Is he speaking last at the Hall of Fame? Is he the showcase speaker?
Oh man, I don't know.
Depends.
Yeah, I don't know because Stephanie's there.
Yeah, I don't think Stephanie would want that. Like I don't think Stephanie's the one. I was just wondering if John Cena could, or maybe. But I know Batista was supposed to go in, and then COVID happened. I could see him being bigger. I don't know though.
Something tells me it's going to be the way TKO works. Something tells me it'll end up being Stephanie last. Because I almost think that them inducting Stephanie is them like throwing the McMahons a bone, and kind of like that's their way of recognizing.
Yeah, but you don't throw them the biggest
name.
bone of the night.
That's true. I don't know, dude.
I mean,
I would. To me, it's the easiest decision in the world. AJ Styles 100% is the main event. If you're not putting in John Cena, like that's about the only person. Like even Batista. Considering how long AJ stuck with that company,
yeah,
I'd put him over Batista.
It's a good point. Batista had a bright run, but it was a short run. Like, you're right.
And when he came back, it wasn't very good.
Oof, Blue Tista.
Demolition.
This is the X. No, I can't.
Demolition. The only problem, Demolition, except they charge $100,000 to be inducted into your Hall of Fame. If you can, You too can induct Demolition into your Hall of Fame if you paid them $100,000.
All right, if I hit the lottery, we'll get them in. We'll start the TTW Hall of Fame with those.
So I have one more thing, and before we move on, because Regina Sharp, I hope you're getting your $20 worth here.
Yeah, we went 33 minutes glazing AJ Styles. For God's sake.
It's a good topic. It's a good topic. Do you think that there's part of WWE like this is my analytical side. This is the part of my brain that I try to turn off when I'm watching WWE because Max is right there and I don't want to ruin it for him. Playing devil's advocate as the host, do you think that there is some part of WWE that did this specifically because they know how terrible it would make him look if he went and did anything else?
I don't think so because
AEW.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever really wanted to. Like, I don't know.
I don't think he did either.
There was that video of like a fan footage. I think when they were on the European tour, asking him if he was going to go or something. He was like, "Look, man, Matt and Nick, I love you guys to death, but I'm good." Like, I don't think because I mean, if AEW was. Maybe if it was even as big as it was when Punk was there, like, and they were having a chance to grow and he thought he could help, but I just think he doesn't need the money. Because we've talked about he doesn't have vices. It's not like he spent all of his money on drugs the last 10, 20 years. He's probably there. He's fine. He doesn't need the money. You'd rather have a long-term great relationship with WWE. He wants to coach and that kind of stuff. I don't think it was ever on the table for him in his mind to go there. I think sure he would love to wrestle like Ospreay and Fletcher and Takeshita? Sure. Not that much though. I don't think.
What do you think, Awful? Do you think that there's not so much if he would go, because more so, do you think that there is a little tiny bit of WWE that did that to ensure that he doesn't?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all. Next question. I mean, that's ridiculous. The fact that like AJ Styles had no intentions of going to AEW. There would be no intent. In fact, Jake brought up a great point, and he brought up a point that is raised. If CM Punk had never gone to WWE, if he had stayed in AEW, had this nonsense not had gone through, AJ Styles is going to AEW, and so are a few other people because I just think that he would have had that sort of influence in the company and also elsewhere.
Yeah.
I personally think that it's not a matter of if he likes or doesn't like AEW. I think AJ Styles is just very loyal to companies that treat him well. Look what he went through with TNA. The Claire Lynch storyline. He went from being world champion to being Christian's lackey, which by the way improved his character tenfold. They tried to make him Little Nature Boy.
That was what I was going to bring up. Yeah.
Mini
Nate 2, which they'd already tried with Charles Robinson in WCW years ago. Yeah,
and by the way, the man killed it. You go back and watch those promos. I think everyone gets the visual in their head with AJ wearing the robe and they just roll their eyes and pass on. Go back and watch the promos. That's where that man learned to cut a promo, was when he was with Ric Flair. Like, he learned to be a character with Christian. He got his promo from Flair during Fortune. But he went through all that and just stuck with TNA, and he didn't let go until they took him for granted. Until they said, okay, take a 60% pay cut. 60%. Like, they dared him.
Right. Yeah.
So he left, but I don't think he ever had any intention to leave. I think he'd still be I think he would have retired in TNA if they hadn't done that. And then you go and look at how long he's been with WWE and what he's been through. Like, I mean, his friends getting released over and over again, and start pushes, but he's consistently getting raises. They were loyal to him, even if they weren't booking well for him. They were loyal to him, and I think that AJ is a man of principle, who will just because they were good to him, he wants to be good to them. And that's my take. I might lose a little respect for AJ if he goes to AEW.
It's not happening.
I was going to say, but I don't believe it's happening. I don't think that there's a chance. I really
not happening. What would he gain from even being in there?
Yeah,
like, you can't save that company. The company's unsavable. AJ Styles isn't going to do it. Brock Lesnar isn't going to do it. John Cena isn't going to do it. Roman Reigns, and I mean this shit.
Yeah,
like, they're just not going to do it.
Because that's not the issue. Yeah,
that's not the issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Although we don't know, AJ, their ratings are great now. So, okay, this was officially our first segment. We're moving into super chats. We got Redisaurus for $5 with both bronze that took out Seth now KO'd. What's Seth gonna do when he comes back? Taking out on Austin and Logan is dumb. Refeud with Punk. I mean, it's a good question. Honestly, I'm trying to think. So the bronze stuff, we'll get to it a little bit. Maybe. Actually, let's just do it now. We're not. I can already tell we are over a half hour to the show. 3, 4, 5 is being pushed. We're not going to be able to do that tonight.
Sorry, Matt Damon. Yeah.
Sorry, Matt Damon. So we'll talk about this a little bit. I think you have him coast. I think he can come back as a cocky heel. Maybe do something now where it's like he was the masked man that came out after he is the second masked man, the one that attacked Braun Breaker at the Rumble, and let him like take back the Vision and lead Austin Theory and be cocky Seth Rollins until they come back and take their revenge. Like that seems like the only thing you can do with Seth, unless you just hold him off, which might be the better plan.
Yeah, it's like, how long is Breaker really gonna? Because there's a chance that Breaker it might not be that long. The timing might work out where like Breaker makes his comeback and Seth is right there with it. Like,
I mean, he's a Steiner. He's a Steiner.
Yeah,
so if anyone in the world can come back quickly, it's Braun Breaker.
Yeah. You could have Seth Rollins torment Paul Heyman for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Or I guess you could feud him with Brock Lesnar if you want to. I don't think that's. I think last night, despite the fact that they announced the open, quote unquote, open challenge, I think with the production of that segment, it is very clear who he is going to be facing at WrestleMania. did anybody else pick up on that during the Brock segment, or am I the only one?
I smell a three-way: Gunther and Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
No.
I know.
It's
know.
100% Obafemi. 100%. Dude,
I don't know, man.
Let me
I'm
paint the
starting to
picture.
believe that it should be Gunther.
I believe it. No, I think you might be
Yeah,
right. I think you
Obafemi's
might be
too
right.
much, too quick, too soon.
I agree with you. But let me paint the picture of the segment.
I heard the crowd.
Well, not just the crowd. They said, okay, before the commercial, they said Brock Lesnar is coming after the commercial break. They come back. They run Michael Cole and Corey Graves are talking about Obafemi. They run an Obafemi promo. They then do a segment where Rusev comes out from behind the box, and Obafemi and Rusev have a stare down, leading to Obafemi having a meeting in Adam Pearce's office. While he is having a meeting with Adam Pearce, Brock Lesnar issues an open challenge in the ring and says, if anyone wants to fight me, Paul Heyman said it, but if anyone wants to fight Brock Lesnar, you come out now.
You broke the case wide open. I'm thoroughly convinced now.
WWE knows what they're doing when it comes to production. They would not plant seeds like that to make you think of Obafemi while that promo is going on, unless it was going to be Obafemi.
They would have. If you're listening, don't get nervous. We've seen this many times when people go up against Brock Lesnar. They kind of play it out at the Royal Rumbles, like with Keith Lee.
Yeah,
like he fared okay. You know, he didn't seem too nervous. Actually, Obafemi did okay as well. But you know how it goes. You put him in a promo against them. You better look that part. You better look as intimidating as Brock Lesnar, and don't fold under the pressure, Oba.
Yeah, like I said, with WWE knows what they're doing when they place promos and stuff. They knew exactly what they were doing with that. So, next up, we got our friend Chris Connor from Last Call Podcast for $5. I hear you, awful. I cried when Team USA Hockey brought out Johnny. I don't know how to spell that. Gradot. Yeah, I think I got it right. Gaudreau. Oh yeah, there's no R. There's no. It's an A, not an R. My eyes are. Oh, I'm old. Kids for the gold medal photo. A real genuine moment, not AJ Styles. What is that?
He's saying he's crying because they brought out Johnny. They brought out Johnny Gradot's kids before the gold
awful understands me crying at AJ Styles more than he understands that.
I only know because my co-host on my show on my channel is George, and he's a big hockey guy. Yeah, so he told me all about it, explained it, and it sounded like a good moment.
How many people? There are a lot of people that think that they know Awful more than his co-host of multiple shows knows Awful. I must say. I'm sorry. Yeah, but thank you for the $5. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, or do you? I'm not going to make you judge.
I thought Johnny Gaudreau's kids at the gold medal photo was very touching.
Yes, I cried when Michael Jordan grabbed the guy who was on Raw's last night's child's butt. That's when I cried.
There you have it.
What was his name?
I did not shed a tear for AJ Styles, only because I was not that big of a fan of his. That's
all. Oh yeah.
I am now.
I just think there's a lot of times when you'll say something like that, and then there will be people in the chat that are like, I hear you, Awful. Let's get this. He's a pussy.
Yeah.
But it's like, get him. Insult me.
All of a sudden, there's like the mob coming in. What the hell? Pitchforks?
I don't understand it. But
torches?
Anyway. We got Mr. Oh, but thank you, Chris. We got Mr. Jammy Jam 88 for $4.99. AEW Grand Slam flopping is karma for Brody King's police tweet. We'll get it. We have a video from Tony here in a bit, so we will talk about that then. But thank you very much, Mr. Jammy Jam. We got boy, this seems like a troll. Abdul, we got Abdul here for $10.
Abdul Rahman Malkuheji.
I meant a troll on me because I can't read. For $10. When Vince repeatedly told AJ in 2016 he wished he signed him 10 years ago, that tells you all you need to know about AJ's impact. Thank you, AJ, and wish him the very best in this next chapter. Thank you, Abdul. That's fantastic. What a wonderful comment. I appreciate it. I wish I could forward that to AJ Styles himself. I mean, he's obviously listening, but you know, I wish I could send him to it. So, but thank you seriously so much. We appreciate your support, Abdul. And also,
Happy
yeah,
Ramadan.
I was not saying that your name. Never mind. Awful makes fun of me. Awful makes fun of me because I can't read. That's the joke we were writing on there.
He said the Middle East was full of trolls.
Jeez. Whoa. Turn from dyslexia to just take out the entire Middle East.
The super chat's been taken back. Thank you. Awful. No joking. For real though, thank you. That's Double A, by the way, right? That's who that is. That's Double A. Yes, we all know him. Yes. Regina Sharp for $10. Lol. For the record, I'm satisfied with the chats just being read. If I pay a lot, it's because I really needed to fit my joke line in one super chat. No. We want to do that. We want to encourage. We want to show people that hey, if you're nice to us, we're nice to you. That's how this works. That's the stream economy, Regina, and we appreciate you being a part of it. Thank you so much for your super chat. You and Kiyomiya for $4.99. Any comments on Vince's crash? Well, I got to do this real quick. Hey, I clicked it. Didn't go.
Glum gold, glum gold, glum gold, glum gold.
I clicked it and it got bigger for some reason. I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, we talked a lot about it over on This Is Awful. Jake and
had a blast talking about it.
You should go watch.
Let's hear Jake's thoughts.
Yeah, we didn't hear Jake.
I mean, is anybody surprised by any of it? I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was. It's Vince, and he knows how to talk to cops, and he doesn't. I don't know.
He got. I mean, I think we all agree it is a poor statement on society that he had his driver come and pick him up after and got to go on his way.
Just driving at least I wasn't looking at my phone. Okay, just so you just drove into the person automatically. Why is he driving? I don't understand.
The chat. So this is Gavin Newsom. The chat just could be easily bribed. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that. Regina Sharp for another $5.
Trying to monetize to get bribed.
For the record, Brock is obviously gonna face Trish Stratus at WrestleMania.
Brock's going for some Stratisfaction. Oh no.
Now this wasn't a super chat, but I did want to bring it up. From CM, does anyone else want to see Dis and Awful do a series of taking my white friend to do black things, taking my black friend to do white things?
That's a funny social media channel, and my best friend is black, and we've done those type of things before. We did for a couple different years for Halloween. We dressed up as the two guys from Scrubs because it's the cheap. We went to Walmart, bought $10 Scrubs for each of us, and it was perfect.
I think the thing is that neither me or Awful are sheltered, right? You know what I mean? It's funny to do that bit if it's like, oh, I'm going to take a black guy who's never been exposed to white culture and bring him into the suburbs. And, oh, well, I'm going to bring a white guy who's never been exposed to black culture and bring him into the club, something like that. But the club. Or the barber shop, or whatever.
The corner, the street corner, the stoop.
But I have been in awkward situations where I've wandered into the wrong barber shop many times, and it stopped being awkward after about the second. Or
I was looking for a low top fade.
Or where you go, it's like, oh, they're showing the box, the fight, so I'm gonna go check that out, and I end up, and I'm like, oh wow. I didn't realize this is where I I get it. I understand. So it wouldn't be very funny for us to do that. Maybe Awful. I don't know. I just assumed because Awful was in wrestling and other stuff. I just kind of figured that he was probably around a lot of white people for most of his life. So
the fuck?
Well, I mean, he's either got 2 white daughters or 2 white wives. So.
I mean, he's just from stories he's told me, I figured.
I prefer less history, more mystery.
Okay, good. I like that. I like that.
That's a good phrase. I like that.
But I'm not going to thank you, CM. You didn't. I'm joking. Thank you very much, CM, for your comment. If anyone else wants to super chat, we will be breaking here after our next topic to look at more. If you donate $50 or more, though, we will break into the topic and read your donation. And of course, make sure you are hitting the like button below. And what else? Oh, hitting that button, do the ring a ding and ding a ling and stuff, because apparently YouTube has stopped notifying people. You know, subscriptions mean nothing anymore. So, okay,
they mean something to me. Subscribe to my channel.
There you go. Yeah, they mean subscribe to him, but ring the bell on ours. So, if you're not, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you're not subscribed, though, you're not in the chat right now. So if you're not subscribed, then I'm probably talking to you in the future.
Well, YouTube is weird though, because it did notify me on my channel for this live, which it hasn't notified me for a TTW live in forever, and it randomly did. I was like, okay, YouTube's weird, man. It's a weird channel.
Very weird.
Weird world we live in, man.
All right. So you know what? We're already kind of sappy, so
It was a big drug.
Let's talk about Royce Keys.
Okay. Yeah.
I've not seen this.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
You know what?
I haven't seen the whole interview. I've seen clips.
Stop. So many questions right off the bat. What's Royce Keys doing on Stephanie McMahon's podcast? Man hasn't been on television once.
You'll understand when you see this, because they showed. Excuse me.
And who's the lady besides Stephanie?
That's her sister, right? Isn't that the other McMahon? Isn't that the silent McMahon? Isn't that who that is, or am I wrong?
I'm not sure who.
Sure, you're fucking wrong.
I think she might be Ron. I think she might be Ron, Vince's brother's daughter.
Oh,
okay.
But I'm not, I know they're related. Sure. I know they're related. I just can't remember.
Yeah, I've only seen the only full episodes of Stephanie's show I've seen is the Paul Heyman one and good chunks of the AJ Lee one. I haven't seen.
Oh, it's apparently just Stephanie's assistant.
Yeah, according to Pedrod, that is just her assistant. No, it's her former assistant. Okay, they look alike. I just kind of assumed that she kind of looks like a thick Leah Remini. You know what I mean? Like she.
Yeah.
Which, not. I am not. That is from me. That is not an insult. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Or like they tried to clone Stephanie, it didn't quite work out, but it's good enough.
Yeah, but it's fine. Yeah, deal with it. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's both of them. They can get it. I'll tell you that. I'm 43.
He just grabbed his mic. One.
Yeah.
I'm 43 years old. What am I supposed to do? Right? I got it. It's cool.
Same.
It's cool. Okay, so yeah, Royce Keys, they've been playing these interview pieces. They played them on SmackDown, they played them on Raw, and you suddenly understood. You suddenly understood what their plan with Royce Keys is. And so I will play this interview. It's not the interview, but I'll play this part of the interview, and we will it's not going to be a thing where we can stop and make jokes, but I will stop occasionally and kind of comment on it.
My brother was a big drug dealer.
Okay, I guess we can't make jokes.
No, I'm joking. You said that. I had to play oppositional for that.
I'll tell you the truth, Awful. I thought it was Jake, and I was about to be like, what the F are you doing, man?
That is not cool, Jake.
Yeah, hit the rookie.
You gotta tell. Oh,
no, because Awful can get away with that. You especially can't get away with that.
Right? Yeah, no.
What the hell?
100%.
We have our own language. You'll understand.
I'm sorry,
I'm still working it out. Yeah. I'm not that stupid.
I'm just reacting to this comment as like we couldn't mind comedy out of tragedy.
Understirred. The St. Louis on disc. That's me, man.
Yeah.
Party far. I'm all about it, man.
He was scared to bring it out.
It's in there. Hot shit. All right, here we go.
Oh,
my brother was a big drug dealer. Lost his life. So it was.
He lost his life saving you?
Yeah. So it was one of those things. Like it was.
Stephanie,
I don't know if I should say that.
Yeah, she's good, man. She is good though. She's better than like the Bellas. You know, I think she does all right in this.
Like it was meant to happen, but if you play a certain game, you win certain prizes, right? So it's one of those things. Like you look, what he sacrificed was himself to save me, and it's just like I replayed in my head. It's just like to see somebody
like laying there just gasping for air and just blood just coming out of him, and you don't know like what to feel like.
So I see in the chat they're like, he told the story in AEW, which is true.
Yeah.
But here's my question. Does anybody remember that? Like,
because they never really did anything with it. Yeah.
They did nothing with it.
Yeah.
And the fact that they are bringing him in on the back of this is very different. It's a sharp contrast, because WWE heard his story and said, that man could do this. That we can take that and we can wrap that around him and turn him into something big. And AEW heard it and said, that man has a story that we should tell in 3 minutes on a Dynamite that no one watched, and then completely forget about it next week.
And then he's heel. Then he's babyface. He's babyface.
Right.
He's heel. Yeah.
Right. This is a plan. You can see what they're doing as you watch this. So let me keep going.
Someone that's, trying to get by, do what we have to do to survive, to lose their life.
And the other thing is, didn't AEW do it like a promo more?
Yeah, I think a vignette that he told it in.
Right. It was like he was being like tough in it.
Yeah, because it was like that whole Book of Hobbs thing. Because it was the one thing that initially it seemed like it was going to be good, and they ran with it for maybe a month, maybe 2 at most, where he was doing the Book of Hobbs, and he was kind of being a heel, but not really. And it seemed like they were doing something, but then obviously never any follow up. Just like
the
company.
Yeah. But this isn't something that should come out in a promo or a vignette. This is to me, and I'm not saying it's. Awful, I know what you're going to say immediately. I am not saying that it is the equivalent or it is as impactful. But this is the Mick Foley, Jim Ross interview. You know what I mean? They're just doing it early. They're saying, get to know this man before you even have to know this man,
And because it's so real, it just makes sense to do it like this. Like, don't have to do this in character because this is who he is.
Right. There's no reason to use this as a storyline. This is reality. So
I like how I'm the prothonotary office for all black people.
What do you mean?
Like, you got to come up to me and be like, should I?
No, I'm asking you. No, the reason I'm asking you is because you weren't sold on him. You were the one who was questioning WWE signing.
You were calling him Powerhouse Jobs. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
of course. The Book of Jobs, Powerhouse Jobs.
Has nothing
Real
to
jobs.
Has nothing to do with how he looks.
Jobs.
It's specifically about your opinion on Mr. Hobbs.
Yeah, I'm very anxious to see how they're going to treat his character. I mean, I don't know how you can work this into anything other than like, he had it rough.
I mean, I think you do it the way you do it with everything, right? It's just you use it as
then do the vignettes. Do actual vignettes.
So you're saying AEW did it right?
Well, they didn't do it to maximum impact, obviously.
If these are they,
and they didn't know how to build upwards from this type of storyline. I mean, let's get real. It's going to be real tough to build up from this storyline. You can't have this guy's whole back. Excuse me. You can't have this guy's entire backstory be like he came up from nothing. That's not really interesting anymore. We've seen that a million times.
No. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going.
Sure.
So it's like I go through these moments where I hear certain things and I hear certain things and it reminds me of him, and I felt guilty for so many years. Like, I felt guilty for wanting to
cutting onions,
be like him, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have certain things growing up. Like, I I feel guilty for
oh my God.
like not being the son.
So you can see what they're doing. They're making, and I know awful. You are, you
I'm a
see
sociopath.
You're a sociopath.
I
Right?
saw that too. I was like, oh,
Come on now.
But no, that's the thing. That's everyone that isn't you, awful, or everyone who isn't of your mindset looks at this and they are immediately attached to this man. This man became real. This man is important. This is a man that you want to cheer for, that you want to see succeed. You want, like, they aren't working on Royce Keys, the character. They're working on Will Hobbs, the man.
Right.
And they're making him real and grounding him so that the second that he shows up on TV,
yes,
you know who this man is and you want him to win.
And if you believe, like,
really,
somebody called him young Hobbs earlier, and I'm like, well, according to Dave, he might be old Hobbs, and nobody really knows. Like,
he's younger than me, so
yeah, right, yeah, but me too. But like, if they are going to put him up on the main roster, which does seem like that's where it's going, this kind of helps it. So when he gets there, there is something like an immediate connection to him besides just he's big and big, black, and jacked, as his shirt used to say.
I got it. Okay, I'm gonna let the interview play out, but I do have a little bit of a controversial devil's advocate spin on this that we can get to here in a minute. And
Maybe I should have been for my mom. Like maybe she would have still be here. Maybe I could have not been mad at times at her and just like man, like I think like my mom carried me for 9 months.
Oh, but you sound disgusted. You sound like you just sound like you want to slap this man right now.
No, keep playing it. I'm gonna reserve comment.
Okay.
First person to ever put an outfit on me.
Humiliation ritual.
Finish the interview, sir.
But I had to pick her last outfit. And it's just like being in the room, like having to sit with my dad and my sister and be like, okay, well, we got to make the decision. What are we going to do? Are we going to let her live like this? We can't. Or, we have to tell the doctors, what we don't want to. And my sister.
Now
my
you
dad,
can pause
I
it.
them.
It's paused.
And I want to thank you, Shadowfire, for pinpointing exactly what I was.
It's not. That's why.
Okay, listen. For me, for Awful Wrestling, it is.
You saw him at the Royal Rumble.
I saw him at the Royal Rumble. I saw him for 5 minutes. Okay.
That's your first impression.
Come on now. My first impression of him actually was jobbing John Moxley on a random Dynamite. How about that? Am I going to give him that too? What I'm saying is that his first sit down, just like you had mentioned earlier with Jim Ross and Mick Foley. I don't think that this is a great first impression for Royce Keys. It's far too emotional. You kind of touched on some reality with the humiliation ritual. We won't get into that maybe on This Is Awful. But because I'll have to think about this. And again, this is the first time I've seen this interview. So, so what I saw it the first time, it's just like, do I want the next superstar crying on my podcast?
See, I have now. This is also coming from a man who cried during AJ Styles' retirement.
I was gonna say this is the dynamic here is good. As just
who
as the
made
third
fun
Kevin
of the
Apollo
guy who cried at Kevin Apollo would say like he's a proud young black man. Anyway, you broke me, awful. No, I mean, if you, I understand that perspective, but I also don't think that you represent most of WWE's audience, and I don't understand. I don't think that Shadow and I don't think that George represent most of the WWE.
Absolutely. I completely understand that. That's why I feel free and confident in saying what I'm saying. Like, but Shadowfire helped me out in like really pinpointing the assessment of the whole thing. Bad second impression. How about that? If his first impression was at Royal Rumble, his second impression as a first promo, no bueno.
Let's dig in though.
Sure.
Okay. A bad impression. If you were WWE, would you be willing to give a bad impression to the Awfuls and the George Captors of the world in order to mesmerize?
I get it.
I
represent a tiny, minuscule minority, and a lot of people here in the chat.
But we want you here. That's why we want your perspective, though. That's why it's important, is because we aren't WWE. We are trying to get all perspectives. But again,
I'm just going to have a hard time trying to see him best Brock Lesnar. And this is only if WWE keeps gaslighting this interview, keeps putting that mark on Royce Keys or whatever in his character work. If they can, right now, it's just like Jake said with AEW wrestlers. In my view, with Royce Keys, he's down in the 0-2 pitch. He had a good showing at Royal Rumble. Of course, it was in Saudi Arabia. That's strike one. Now we've got a situation where this guy's crying on Stephanie McMahon's podcast. I think you're down 0-2. How are you going to build this guy back up to be the guy that he needs to be?
And I'll come in the middle with it where, I mean, I don't see it being that much. Like I'm not much of a crier, but I don't see the issue of this situation. Now, if he's like crying because he sees a video of a dog, that's different than this. I mean, he's talking about his mother and his brother's deaths.
Okay, let me ask you a question, gentlemen.
Bit of a difference, I would think. Now, if they bring this if they bring this character where he's doing this on his interviews all the time, like, you know how like some people say about Cody when he would cry too much. If he's doing that, that's different. If it's this where like you're showing that he's a real person, but then when he's in the ring, he's like a monster and he's a machine, kind of like almost like he's like the modern day Mark Henry, which we didn't know about back then. But as we know of Mark Henry now, Mark Henry will cry at a video of a dog, but no one's going to tell him he can't. Like Mark Henry cries at the drop of a hat. So if he's doing this all the time, then I'm 100% with you. But for this as an introduction, like Dis said, of Will Hobbs the man, I'm cool with it for this situation. I mean, like, I didn't lose my father in that type of situation, but if I get into talking about it, I'll still, I can still the tears can easily come back, and it's been since 2008. So it happens. I get it.
It wasn't a promo or a vignette with
it's an interview
music playing in the background, but Awful, you had something to say.
No, that's pretty much all I've got.
Okay.
Then hopefully he can work out of this, and
we're not done.
Become more than what we saw.
We're not done.
Oh yeah, I want to see what happens. I'm very interested in what they do with them moving forward too.
Right, I'm completely speaking in ignorance. I did not see this interview, and I'm sure that this is a very small portion of his personality.
Gentlemen, I've literally put my keyboard down. I have sat forward in my chair. I am holding my microphone with two hands. This is official black-pilled schizo theory. Where I don't okay.
What just happened?
You'll see.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Just wait. There is a marketing technique here at play where WWE understands what the sight of a large black man crying does to the audience of their mainly white fan base. There is a savior complex at play where there is guilt amongst white people, where they want to reward struggle. And I do think that there is some of that going on here, where they believe that they throw a large black man on television crying about how hard he had it and how he was a poor kid from California who barely made it and finally got his dream of reaching WWE. and they are they are marketing to mainly a white suburban American audience, where they look at that and they feel guilty for all the things that white people have been told to feel guilty about, and they want to hug him.
This
and
is
take
like,
care
don't
of
fall
him.
for it.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm going at this from all angles. I told you when I became host, I was going to be devil's advocate. So I am doing that, and I am a man of my word. That might be my crazy, insane black pilled theory, but am I wrong?
I mean, on some level, probably not.
But on another level, yes. Because
I'm not
time
saying,
will tell what
yeah.
happens with this character moving forward.
I'm not saying that they are doing it intentionally. I'm not saying that they are sitting in a room and saying there is a black man and we need to make him look poor. They
stumbled across the oil field.
Yes, I am talking about the psychology behind the decisions that are made. And the psychology is that even if you aren't thinking it in the front of your head, you look at that man crying, and every white male looks at that and feels like they're responsible in a way.
And his brother being a drug dealer?
Yeah. We are told awful. We are taught to feel like we are responsible. Okay. So there is a bit of that at play. I'm sorry, but there is a bit of that at play.
And I also think there's a bit of it where just like when they introduced him at the Royal Rumble, it said Powerhouse Hobbs and that went away. They know that there is a portion of the audience that knows this story or can go look up this story. So instead of hiding it, just like bringing it out there with it. Because when we started talking about it in the chat, people like, oh, the story he told in AEW, because even if you don't remember what they did with it or how they told, you do remember the story because it's an impactful story. So just getting it out of the way here with it, I also think that has to do with however old he is, because even if the youngest I've heard he could be would be like 35, like he's an older guy. So it is something where if you're going to do it, just get all that stuff out in the open now so you can see, pushing forward.
I see the chat yelling, no white guilt, no white guilt, no white guilt. I'll tell you what. That doesn't mean that the media hasn't tried to force white guilt on us for the past 20 years. And it's just the truth. And WWE has played into that. And I think
this is where being Jewish helps me. I'm like,
it doesn't mean that you have white guilt, but it does mean that the media plays into the fact that you should. And I do believe that there is part of WWE that is doing that with the storyline and has done it in the past by presenting the poor struggles of, you're not going to see Sami Zayn sitting there telling you the story about his drug dealer brother who died.
Hold on, Dis. How did WWE frame this in the tweet or in the segment?
They just showed it.
Okay.
It was literally just like, here's a clip from Stephanie McMahon's podcast.
Okay. So they didn't really frame it at all. They wanted you to get it through the context of the content.
Yeah.
I did not see the entire interview. I don't know what kind of soapboxing this is doing right now. But
I'm not doing any soap. I'm telling, dude, I'm sorry.
It's getting an angle for it. I understand.
There's sometimes that I just kind of look at all the kind of like stuff that you see online, and I say, you know what? Somebody needs to actually just at least bring it up and see. You venture to these areas. You have the conversation, because if you don't have the conversation, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, that's what this show is about, is having conversation. And I want to present the conversation before you. And maybe go in a direction that, maybe you aren't comfortable with. Maybe we're going to challenge you a little bit.
I was just reading the chat. I couldn't help but laugh.
Oh, I thought you were going to come with the, can't we all just get along? I thought you were coming with that awful. I really did.
But there are some great points. There are some lucid points in what a lot of people in the chat are saying. Like Royce Keys opened here. The question I wanted to ask you guys earlier, which kind of transcends the point I was going to make. Why are we talking about this on Stephanie McMahon's podcast? Like, how was this brought up?
That's been Stephanie McMahon's podcast since the beginning. She's the Oprah of WWE.
Yeah, that's why
Royce Keys was the
it's
Royce
called
Keys
What's
that
Your
I wanted
Story?
to be.
She's trying to get the
He'd
story
be like, bitch, don't ask you no questions like that. That's how Royce Keys would handle that whole thing. Tell me about your upbringing, bitch.
No, that's like I said, she's the Oprah of WWE.
yeah, it's the What's Your Story? That's her gimmick with it.
She does.
Fuck you talking about? Move on.
See, now for me, the whole thing about it is this is what it is. It's all just like most things in wrestling, and the reason why AEW has been such a failure. What are they going to follow it up with? What's going to happen next? How are they going to debut him? What's the first feud going to be? What's the interest? You know, that's what I'm most interested in.
I gave you my opinion at the beginning of this. I openly said that, you know, I think personally, I think that this does a lot to endear him to the audience. I think that people will see this and that they will think that, you know, they will feel attached to him and they know more about him.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that it's fun to explore the other avenues of why or how
All sides.
they got there, especially when, you know, half of the internet is accusing WWE of doing that constantly. So, you know, playing devil's
Have
advocate.
him take every white woman in that locker room.
I still think that's the best idea you can
I'm
do.
telling you.
He
just
should
start.
have fit Stephanie over that chair.
Maybe he'll get some stratisfaction.
Right.
Again, I go back to, hey, where are all the white women at?
He should have taken Stephanie's assistant by the hair.
Yep.
Make her his ass assistant. Oh, Lord.
There it is, man.
And
There's
there we
Royce
go.
Keys
See,
for you.
And, and now we're back on track with the show. Talking about ass. There we go. All right.
Chat's saying, where's the sound? Is there a problem with one person said, where's the sound? But
right? I'm like,
if there's an issue with the sound, we're hearing each other, we're seeing you guys.
And I feel like like you said, it'd be multiple people quickly.
YouTube has been insane recently.
Yeah.
YouTube has been crazy. I know it dropped out right when we were starting the show last week. It dropped out on like Friday while I was watching a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It dropped off on like Sunday. So if there's an issue with sounders, and it's region based, where like one region will be hit by it and the other region doesn't. So if you're experiencing an issue, I apologize. But yeah,
what a brilliant idea by AEW Neckbeards, by the way. Pair him with Nikita Lyons.
Perfect.
That's how you effing do it.
And then you have Nikita be okay with him going after all the other women.
Of course, she's like, mademoiselle or
she's like, she's just
she encourages.
I didn't say I stopped myself.
Heidi Fleiss.
Yeah,
Maxwell.
It would work. The shit would work.
Erica said this triggered some censorship in country with this talk. Yeah, maybe.
Make Nikita Lyons like a sensational Sherry type with Shawn Michaels, like where she, you know,
she's worships him.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
but
man.
Nikita has to enjoy it, right? Like Nikita has to be into it. Nikita wants him to go after other girls too. Nikita likes that, you know. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I love it. I've decided. I'm in. I'm all for it.
You anger all of the Midwest males.
Mm-hmm. No black girls. He can't go after a black girl. Never will go after a black girl.
It can't be that obvious. It can't be that obvious. In fact, Lash Legend has to call him out on like, why are you dating all these white girls?
I was thinking Jada Parker, but all right.
Or Jada Parker, Jada Parker.
I feel like she'd be great with that. Like, oh, you mother. She'd be fun.
They cleaned it up too. Why are you dating all these non-melanin WWE superstars?
The Gentiles.
He gets both Bellas. Yeah, all right, yeah. Because they're becoming cougars with their characters. This makes a lot of sense.
And then Maxine is his ultimate conquest, right? Like his eyes on the prize.
Him for like 6 months to a year, and then he eventually bags.
No, you know what? It's not Maxine. You know who it is? It's Becky Lynch, Irish redhead. You know, with Seth Rollins. He's just
So that's how you get in a feud with Seth. There you go.
Oh
There you have
man.
it. Yep.
We suddenly
Brock's daughter.
Yes. No, she's too dark. Suddenly WWE has become Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
It's
Yeah.
Russo back. God damn it.
It does sound like that. Absolutely 100%. All right. But that's our Royce Keys segment, I guess. We got $5 from Virginia Sharp. I was gonna put a quick joke here about y'all reading my chats, yada yada, but the super chats make it annoying to figure out what they think is quote unquote bad. Thank you very much, Regina Sharp. We got Andre Adams for $4.99. I just pictured Dis and Awful doing Kid and Play. Which one are you? Are you Kid or Play? Are you getting the
I'm
flat
the dark
top?
skin one.
I'm glad you.
So
said
you're
it.
not getting the flat top. I understand.
No, of course not.
Well, I don't know if my hair is going to
I'm
work like
gray.
that, but well, you are. Yeah, well, you can't grow hair, so we can move on. You would kill me up for $1.99. When did bald become not cool again? By the way,
I'm not really sure.
like Max was making fun of somebody for being, or like telling one of his friends he's going to get bald
Ricochet.
when he gets older. But no, but it's
Ricochet's fault.
It's in real. It's
Yeah.
in like pop culture. It's real.
There's stages of bald, though. You can't be like, you don't want to be George Jefferson bald. You don't want to be Fred Sanford bald.
You don't want to be George Costanza bald. You want to be bald. You want to be C.
Right,
Boston bald.
right.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
kind of like
guess-
me, like you can grow your hair back. There's
Bald
no
by
bald
choice,
spot.
Well, then why not just shave your head when you start going bald?
That's for them to decide.
Okay.
Some people want to put a rug on it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
The
Max,
comb
Some
over.
people have been
Love a
telling me
good comb
like,
over.
oh, you should dye your hair. Or you should you letting all the gray show. Yeah, I want the gray to show. It's only natural. What the hell?
the gray, man, you can get some. I gotta tell you, being single when I was actually on the market and I started getting that, I had that salt and pepper. I gotta tell you, those like 28 to 30-year-old women, they like it. They think it's hot, you know. So it's you know, keep that and grow a beard. They like that.
Yeah, the beard. Yeah, the
The
beard's
beard
right there.
helps. The beard helps. Just look like their dad. You'll be fine. You would cue me up for $1.
Find those ones with daddy issues. They'll love you.
Right. Yeah.
So now we move from therapy to dating advice.
Which
Here's
is
what we do on
basically-
the show.
That's basically any woman between 25 and 38. Like you're
Yeah, this
fine. If
generation- yeah.
you and cue me up for $1.99. Royce was at the show before SmackDown. Yeah, he was doing okay. So I did want to bring this up on main event. I think it's funny that people for months have been screaming about how main event isn't important and they should make main event important again. And so they start scheduling matches with like Royce Keys and bigger names on
Obafemi.
main event. Yeah, Obafemi, I believe main event not main event Mafia. What the hell am I saying? Motor City Machine Guns had a match. And people are like, and so they're trying to make main event seem more important. And then the internet goes, I can't believe how you're disrespecting Royce Keys by putting him on main. It's like, dude.
And main event's now on YouTube, so it's easily accessible. It's not like it used to be on Peacock and it was like buried on Peacock. It's on YouTube now.
Yeah, but for real,
Kurt-
it's like, go ahead.
Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Logan Paul, anyone that you want to name did a dark match
Yeah.
before SmackDown, before Raw.
Yeah.
And that's just the way the industry works. Sorry, folks. I don't know.
I think the best example that you can look at recently is Kit Wilson. Remember Kit Wilson? They had him go on main event for like 3 weeks in a row, and they used 3 different songs and entrances.
And figured out which one worked. Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're
Yeah, yeah.
they're finding the presentation, and I respect that.
AEW needs to do the same goddamn thing. And no, it's not copying WWE if they do it. It's just making sure that your product is streamlined.
We don't
Especially if you're on
care.
house shows.
We don't care if AEW copies WWE if it's a good idea. I don't care personally if you want to do the same thing.
Not every
WWE
good
did.
idea is WWE's.
True.
Would you ever think of that? I mean, like, shit, they stole. And took
Why
and-
isn't
and bar-
Why isn't Jay Lethal Macho Man right now? I'm sorry. Why isn't he like that? He would be the most over man in that company if he was doing the Macho Man impression. But
No, he
instead, they have him rumbling around in Ring of Honor, which, by the way, Scoop, something's going on with Ring of Honor recently. So
Why are you whispering to the mic? Spit it out. What do you know?
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
You do too,
God
goddammit.
I don't know anything specifically, but I do know that something is going. I literally know that something is going on with Ring of Honor. They're doing a special taping. There's rumors of a TV deal. So, but it might only be in Jacksonville. Like it might be a local
like
thing.
A local, yeah.
And they're trying to get syndicated, but there's something going on with Ring of Honor. So, maybe
anybody see the movie UHF? That's all I was thinking. Wheel.
What were we talking about just a second ago? I forgot. You distracted me from oh no, we were talking about let's move on to our next topic. You want to do Trick next, Awful?
Sure. What do we got on Trick?
My guy.
Trick is easily the best representative for WWE from almost like in years. Let's take a look at the interview with what
these two ladies. This is great. Yeah,
they can get it too. Let's move on.
Yes, sir.
In the studio is WWE superstar Trick Williams.
Let's talk about it.
Look at it, man. That man, he knows exactly what he is so cool.
I've been saying it for years, man. When he was Carmelo Hayes' lackey, I'm like, there is something with this kid, and he is just—it's awesome. Yeah,
like
one of them put their arms up. Yeah,
you know what I figured out, Jake? Now that you mentioned Carmelo Hayes, did Carmelo Hayes play any sports in college or in high school?
I don't know.
Wasn't he a gymnast?
Okay.
I want to say that he was something weird, like a gymnast or something.
Well, my point is that Carmelo Hayes wishes he could have this kind of aura. Then I come to find out that this Trick Williams character, he played football. And I was just like, this makes so much sense.
He was a walk-on in college and at big-time college football.
And made the team.
At South Carolina. I'm pretty sure when they still had was the old ball coach Spurrier as their coach, then he's nothing but charisma, and that's all he is of it. And no, Trick was like Carmelo. Everybody was talking about how great he was, and he was talented and athletic. But when Trick was his lackey and his flunky, you could just see that it was coming up. I'm pulling up Carmelo Hayes now. See what he did. I don't think he played in sports.
I thought he was something weird like a gymnast. But I'll while you're looking that up,
I just pulled him up.
Making an entrance
Let's
here.
talk about it.
Trick.
How you doing?
That's how people, when you enter the stage, they say, "Whoop that Trick."
Whoop that Trick all around the world. We global.
You're
Germany, London, Montreal.
That's amazing.
Saudi Arabia, everywhere.
Wow. So you've been to all those places?
That man passes the airport test.
Oh yeah.
Look at I honestly like it's
this has
funny
got a boner.
I'm so impressed with this man. Like I haven't seen someone in wrestling come up and be this presentable and just captivating in so long.
Well, and he was not only did he play and I got Carmelo Hayes. There was nothing on his Wikipedia about it for what he did before. He's from Massachusetts and wrestled in the Northeast. But Trick was a wide receiver too, like and whether it's the diva wide receiver or even like the wide receivers that just have that charisma and they're not like Terrell Owens or Michael Irvin. You get like Jerry Rice or whatever. Like he's just got that charisma to him, and he's captivating.
Hold on, wait. I gotta pull it. He is, and Brad Becker says it. There's no indie wrestler in him, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
And Matt says, if Trick was giving me the eye at a bar, I
would. And you said the airport test. The name Trick Williams passes the name test too, and his real name is Matt Trick. I think Williams is the different last name, but yeah, he's just there's something about it that just
everything we complain about modern wrestling, he cuts through. You know what I mean? Like he is so presentable, he is so captivating. You can say what you want about guys like Obafemi, who will probably be a massive star, and Javon Evans, who I've said before is going to be the next John Cena. This guy, though, man, I haven't seen Javon Evans play a bunch of middle-aged women on a morning show. The way that Trick Williams, this is so impressive that he can just melt into any situation. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna keep going here.
Other places, and we whoop that.
Change your underwear.
A lot of people don't speak English.
It's amazing.
Whoop that trick. They know it. That's so cool. Well,
think about that, Apple. You sent me this video, which means that you caused this. You're the reason this is happening.
You made this happen. No, I keep saying it. He is everything that Swerve tells you that Swerve is. Right. Swerve will tell you he's all these things.
Oh, yeah.
But who is he trying to convince? I keep saying that. Like, his Twitter name is Swerve Confident. If you have to tell me you're confident, you're not that confident in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, who are you trying to convince?
I didn't bring this video. I didn't bring this video in because it's newsworthy or that he says anything interesting. Even the way he is working is just.
Oh yeah, it's promo 101 on how to do it on fucking
at 7:21 in the morning.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the impressive part. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
you flash your abs. Get the girls all wooed up, now all of a sudden they're not about coffee.
Those ladies are ready, man. They will leave this room if he asks them to.
No, I need to wipe down them leather chairs.
Right.
You know what he does? He listens. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell he soaks in every piece of advice that he is given, and he throws it out on screen constantly.
Right in Dis's face.
Dude, I'll take it. I'll get on my knees and say, thank you, sir.
God bless Trigger. No, like Brad was saying how there's no indie wrestling in him. He's played football his whole life, so he's receptive to coaching, and clearly whatever they've told him to do, he's like, "Yup," and he puts his own spin on it, and that's like he's the blueprint. Like I keep saying, he's the reason the NIL program was created. Like they figure if you can get people at this young age or right out of sports and just go straight from being coached in whatever sport you're being coached into, hey, we're going to coach you in the PC. This is the blueprint for it.
I'm surprised that this is happening, especially after. If you remember, we talked about Trick a long time ago, like doing a promo at the ECW arena, right outside the ECW arena.
Yes,
yeah. And I was like, boy, that's where he should be headed, and he's here. Mm-hmm. And while it is impressive, let's keep watching this aura farming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How in the world did you get into this? I mean, obviously, look at this. Did you always dress like this?
You want to break down the fit? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about it. We got the mink coat. You know what I mean? Limited edition. You can only find it. Go ahead. Don't hurt yourself now. We got the pants, very custom. It fits me just right. And then right here.
Fits me just right.
We call
boots. I love those boots.
We need to show these boots.
Do you know what they call, Shannon? Olivia, you know what they call?
No.
Here's the thing.
He called them by their first name.
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, that's beautiful.
That's paying attention.
He's not waiting for his moment to speak.
He did research. He calls them by their first name. He's not afraid to flirt with these women.
He knows their shoe size.
Like I said, you get the impression, regardless if it's true or not, that he could walk out of this room with both of them if he wants to. And that is what you need to be if you are Trick Williams. And he is like, I'm so impressed. I was gonna address it, but we have a super chat that we'll get. You know what? I'll do it now. Clean your keyboard. Watching this for $5. Thank you, Luigi. I've been so deprived of this. Right. Like,
yeah. Listen, Dis. First off, wipe your lips. Let me come in for you. Yeah. What we're seeing right now is something that is just like very rare in professional wrestling. We've seen MJF try to do it. We've seen Swerve try to do it. Hell, we've actually seen some WWE superstars try to do it.
Grayson Waller.
Yeah, it's not coming off as good as this. This is hearkening back. Listen, it's like somebody told him, listen, Act like Deion Sanders did.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Act like Muhammad Ali
Prime
did.
time. Yeah.
Don't let up the act for 1 second. Even there's a moment where these guys start to try to do what Stephanie McMahon did, delve into his history and all that. He kind of blows it over as just like, yeah, I'm gonna make you mark out on this too. Like, yeah, I played football, even got to the Philadelphia Eagles at one point. But you know what? I got into this ring. I found out I'm the best. That's how you circle back to being a true character development, or true, having true character development in your promos. It's awesome.
No, I think since like October, maybe even September, I was calling on my show saying, when is he coming up to the main roster? Call him up. And whatever, like the stuff he did with TNA helped them out so much. And once he dropped the title to Santana, he was ready to rock and roll, but they waited to have a perfect position for him. And it's been awesome.
Erica in the chat said, "This is never living this down." Lady,
Good.
I am proud of this.
Yeah, he's welcome to the club. I've been here for
I will. My chest is pushed forward.
This is like a proud boyfriend.
This is, but you nailed it, Jake. You nailed it, because there was a long time where it did not seem like Trick was ready, but the second he was
ready. Yeah,
he was ready. And that's I'm telling you, awful. I watched this interview 3 times after you sent it to me. Okay. I sped it up on 1.5 so I could get
that
more
much in the
in.
gas tank, huh?
Dude, I can't believe how fast it refilled. Okay, let me do
the lemon pepper steppers. Stay with me. The lemon pepper steppers.
He's using his catchphrases. He's using his catchphrases in his
This is fucking.
I love this. I will marry this man.
I'll play the jaunt.
Every single Friday, I step into your arena. I come to the Yum Center, the KFC Yum Center, with my lemon pepper steppers.
We need some of those. We never get to show off our shoes on air, but we need some lemon pepper steppers.
I like the swag, though. You mean you look? Yeah, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Well, we got to kick it up a notch. Okay, how did you get into this?
Oh man, so I played football.
Okay.
20 years. I played at high school. I went to Hampton University. Transferred to.
If I had watched it on mute, it would have done nothing for me. I'm just telling you that right now.
Still 7:22 in the morning. He is got all this courage. Like, man, that's
57 degrees with a high of 63 later on that afternoon.
Yeah, and in Louisville, Kentucky, too. Like, I mean, it's hard to get. It's not like he was
with the most
in New York
basic middle-aged women you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, it's not like he was. It's not like he was out all night and staying up like they were in Vegas.
I said they could get it. Don't worry.
They still can, but
I'm just saying, like, no, like we've seen before, and I'm being serious. We have seen before where like a wrestler will get in with a very attractive woman, and suddenly he becomes the most charismatic woman in the world. Suddenly he becomes like this captivating individual. But Trick Williams is doing this with, Molly and Shannon and Lexington, Kentucky. You know what
Grandma,
I mean?
Yeah.
Not grandma, but mom.
I'm saying he would. I'm saying he still would. No, he got to go ahead. He's doing this the whole time. Yeah, he's never out of character. He would do this with, in the mall or whatever.
Yeah. I'm saying he does not discriminate. And
he got the green light from Lash Legend.
Oh yeah, because she knows.
She
knows he's fine. Yeah.
You can
dude, this is his entire career.
You can heat up the soup wherever you want, as long as it boils at home, right?
University of South Carolina.
Jake heard that one.
Then I went as a.
Oh, there you are playing football.
Oh, there you are.
How'd y'all find
you're so impressive.
Is that you catching
That's
it?
me.
29.
Hey, look, I'm still talking trash. Look at me.
Oh my God, you caught the ball? That's so impressive. Come over here. Please let me sit on you.
I know he's got swagger even in like a practice game. This is like the red. This is the red and white. This is the team scrimmage, and he's still got this kind of swagger.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired.
This is Spence.
Muhammad Ali. I know we in Louisville. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I did.
He's got him laughing. I'm telling you.
He does.
All the. They
like
wish they had martinis right next to him. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And it seems like they've had. He's like Luke got him loosened up, and again, it's 7:23 in the morning. Like this is.
He is 3 seconds from pulling out $20 bills and throwing them in the air. Like that's where he is.
Oh God!
He's got the gun that makes it rain.
Yo, perfect. Trick is if Billy D. Williams was a professional wrestler.
Cool. 45.
He needs to pull that out of his jacket.
Yeah.
Colt 45.
Colt 45.
I'll tell you what, this works every time.
Yeah.
I made it all the way to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, cool.
And then once football ended, I was trying to find out what was next. And
how did you then go, okay, football's ended, let me get...
That man has a fur coat with bling around his neck that has TW on it. And he's got that.
And his wishing he had chapstick.
Look at it. Look at that. Look at that watch. Look at that.
The TW is nice. That is a good little. That's a.
He is showing off that
Jake,
watch. Man.
This is how you fucking do it in the
Yes.
professional wrestling world. MJF does it because I don't want to always compare this guy to Swerve, but MJF, who's another clear example, it's just like, okay, you're wearing your outfit, but I mean, I don't know, you need to come in like with a vest and like a tailor-made suit that just knocks off that Burberry vibe, because right now you just got the Burberry vibe. You need to level up in your interview. Trick Williams is leveling up in this interview.
Yeah,
let me lay a name on you right now, because in the past, everyone in the world has compared this man to Booker T, and in the past, I have compared him.
Surpassed.
I have already easily. I have compared him to Randy Orton, where I feel like at least his place in WWE is that Randy Orton level. This man is Ric Flair.
They're not taking him anywhere. Like he could piss on an administrative assistant's face.
Yes,
and nothing will happen to him.
Just like Ric Flair, he is Ric Flair.
But he's going to follow all the rules.
I know. That's why he's
smart. Yeah,
he's Ric Flair, but he's smart, and he plays video games.
Into wrestling.
So you know what I said?
And his girlfriend might be able to kick his ass. So we're
always told that the wrestlers are better these days because they play video games. So I decided I'd throw that in there.
I said, when you look this good, where can you talk as much trash as you possibly can?
I'm bringing it back.
So
I'm bringing it back. Watch this. Well, he knows. Watch this. Just watch. Ready?
I said, when you look this good.
This is where this dribbled.
Taking those glasses off, man.
Good. Where can you talk as much trash as you possibly can and not wear a shirt?
It's at home there.
And he opens it. He opens it for him.
And they both swoon.
They both were soaked.
If there was a side angle, one of them would have had like the back of her hand, their forehead, just like, oh, I got the vapors.
Just the studio is flooded.
The camera guy's wiping off the fog.
He's just the camera guy's just
their mic hub
away,
starts malfunctioning. Starts short-circuiting.
And you were just called up to the WWE main roster this year. I mean, it's only mid-February. What a year it's been for you. What's it been like to be joining the main roster?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, every single week I go out there, have to.
That was the mistake, in my opinion.
What are you talking about?
He shouldn't have said it was unbelievable. Trick Williams,
let the music play.
This was his birthright. That's my tiny criticism.
And I think he's talking more of like how the fan reaction, because they brought him up as a heel, and it was like, I
know what they mean. I know what they mean, but I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. I'll give him that pass because, again, it's 7:20 in the morning.
Did you just say you're giving Trick Williams the pass?
No, I said I'm giving him a pass for that. But I mean, yeah, probably.
What pass do you have? Oh, yeah, you do have a pass to hand out. Sorry. I'm the only one here without a pass to hand out. I can receive, but I can't get.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, every single week I go out there.
Don't clip that.
At the time of my life, excuse me. I travel the world with my lady Lash Legend. You know what I mean? We've been, out the country more times in January than we have our entire life.
He's making them jealous. You know what I mean? He said,
I'm taken.
Yeah, but was that might be another mistake. Leave it open. You know what I mean? Like leave it. You don't.
Why
know,
you want him to be available for you there, Dis?
Well, that's an old fashioned boy band thing, right? Like the boy bands could never have girlfriends.
Oh yeah, even like Dolly Parton, she got married early on in her career, and they wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
when you're supposed to be a heartthrob, you don't do that.
Now you swoon them one at a time. They don't gotta know.
Okay. Because it's Regina Sharp, I will do this. Okay, I missed this entire segment due to things. Can you sum it up in small and simple words what the segment was about? Perhaps in a nursery rhyme. No, actually, yes. Awful. Sum up the segment for Regina Sharp.
Hickory dickory dock.
I knew it.
I got nothing.
Oh, you could have done something really good with all the jokes that have been.
Yeah, it's like Dis was staring at Tricks. Hey,
Hickory dickory dock.
Dis was staring at Tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Dis and Tricks sitting in a tree.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Holy cow.
I'm in love. Dude, whatever.
Say it. You were about to finish a thought.
I'm in love with this man.
There you go.
I got Dis is new to this. He's infatuated. He's got the new love. I've been on the Trick. I've been on the bandwagon forever.
I'm feeling things I've never felt before.
I bet you are.
Trick Williams.
I've been leading this bandwagon. Come on, there's room for everybody.
Trick is opening up a whole new side of me that I didn't know.
Feelings.
And man,
feelings.
The crowds are rocking. You know, I mean, we whooping that Trick all over the world. The arenas are packed, just like they will be next Friday at the Yum Center, the KFC Yum Center. We're gonna pack it out. We're gonna have a good time.
That is so awesome. Now, do you always change what you wear?
She wants to know. She's like, "What are you gonna wear?
What's in the closet? Yeah.
What are you wearing?"
She's got her phone out.
Yeah,
and it's on record right now.
What are you gonna? How many conversations? How many conversations have we had where we've been like, "What are you wearing?" That's what she's doing right now.
Trying to get the toxic masculinity crotch shot right now.
Yeah. My camera wasn't on. What are you talking about?
Yeah, really.
All white, because I am the anointed one. I'm anointed to do what I do, so we keep it all white.
I love it.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, she loves everything.
Let's go back. Let's
especially white.
Yeah, I want awful. I want you. Yes, because you are black. I want you to dissect this for me.
Again, like I said earlier, the Prothonotary office for all black
Last
people.
time it wasn't that. This time it is. That's why I'm pointing it out.
Hello, knocking on the office door.
We keep it all white.
I love it.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
awesome. Well, we will have to check.
He says they're keeping it all white.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean, awful?
Obviously his outfit, but I would suggest for young Trick Williams to, I would switch it up a little bit, like get a cream colored, an eggshell white outfit, because I noticed, I think I might have seen him in another morning talk show where he was wearing the same shit. Now, of course, you got to do the rounds and all that shit, but it would be cool for somebody like Trick Williams to have another outfit ready to go.
This back searching. There's another one. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
This is on his phone. Just...
Yeah, that's why I got quiet. I was
gay for Trick Williams. I can't believe it. Like,
dude, now you made it not funny.
Nah.
You can't just say it blatantly like that. Then it's we have to allude to it. We have to dance around.
What? People
like
didn't know you were gay.
Like you're Smithers. It's gonna have the computer. It's gonna be Trick Williams. Hey, Dis, you're quite good at turning me on.
Eggshell does look dirty on camera, swing boss. But how about cream? Okay, it can be done.
I'm just
or
saying.
Black. Why not just do polar opposite?
For real.
Yeah.
Blue. I would do blue.
I think it's hard. I mean, like you said, with those mink coats, he's got to get more of those.
I think there's a certain projection that comes with blue or purple or something like that. Yeah.
I bet he wears something different at the chamber.
Oh, 100%.
Next Friday at the KFC Yum Center, too.
Right.
We are all looking forward to it, especially because you've got us all hyped up at 7 a.m.
That's right.
Got us all what?
At
Hot and what?
You give us your dollars, we make you holler. Let's talk.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I gotta take a second.
Well, did you hear her? She said hype, but she was gonna be, you got us a hot.
Let's listen to this. Let's listen.
Limited tickets at Ticketmaster. You give us your dollars, we make you holler. Let's talk.
Oh my God, that dude. He turned the promo into a catchphrase, sir. He turned the promo to buy tickets was important enough to turn into a catchphrase. Now I'm going to drop the bit for a second. No, he realizes the importance of selling tickets, of promoting, why he's there. It's not just because he wants to be more famous. He's doing it to sell tickets to an event that he will be on.
You know, it's so funny. I saw the replay of Brock Lesnar on Pat McAfee's show, and Brock Lesnar said something important which did not get out to a lot of the people. But he said it himself. He's just like, dude, I've gone to the locker room a few times, and I've had to tell these guys, like, you need to figure it out. You need to figure out some way to get asses in seats.
Yes. We watched some MJF interviews. We like to, poke fun at AEW. I don't know if you guys realize that, but we've watched some of their interviews, and a lot of times what they end up doing at the end is they go, like the host lady will say, I hear you have a big show coming up in the KFC Yum Arena on Friday. And they go, yes, we have a big show coming up in the KFC Yum Arena. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com. We are running a special 2-for-1 offer. That's not what Trick Williams did. Okay. Trick Williams said, he'd give me $1, I make you holla type. He milked it.
He's about to say he's about to give his catchphrase of "Let's talk about it" right there too.
Yeah,
that's
what you do.
Then his third secret catchphrase of "What's your number, bitch?"
You turn everything into a promo. You make everything about the sell, and that's what he's doing here. So.
All looking forward to it, especially because you've got us all hyped up at 7 a.m.
She was about to say wet, but that's what I'm going to say.
Hot and bothered. Hot and bothered is what she wanted to say, because that's what she is.
Get your limited tickets at Ticketmaster. You give us your dollars, we make you holler. Let's talk about it.
I love
They love it.
They do. They're so charmed.
As soon as they're off the air, they're going to check their prenups.
$1 out. Like they got $1 out right now. They're ready to holler.
Yeah, the second they get off, the one on the left is going to be like, honey, I'm going to be a little late today. I got to lunch.
I'm going to the Yum Center.
Yeah. And then
trying to get something to eat at the Yum Center.
Walks out with Lash Legend because he is a man. Mm-hmm. He is a man of principle.
He'll have those two broads holding his luggage.
Yep.
On the way.
And lashes.
And
his wife.
We make you holla.
That's right.
And look at that fancy necklace too. Wow.
I gotta hear that. I love my.
She wants the interview to go 20 minutes.
My favorite thing in the world is like local morning show stuff. Like I love. It's so corny and funny.
Your dollars, we make you holler. Let's talk about it.
I love that. Give us your dollar, we make you holla.
That's right.
And look at that fancy necklace too. Wow. I think this is the first time before 5 p.m. I've interviewed someone like this.
Shane,
you see that? You see that?
Whoa. The first time I've activated my butt plug before 7 a.m.
That's the first time I flicked the bead before 8 a.m. It's gonna happen. Both these ladies. The next segment's gonna be weather and then sports with Stu and Dave, because Becky and Katie here got it.
It's a rarity for me to flick my bean after my Starbucks coffee and avocado
early,
sandwich.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be in the back smashing clams.
Just saying, she's the one in blue. She is ready. She's getting up. She's like, I got places to be.
Here it is.
PM. I've interviewed someone like this.
I need to back up. I messed up. I messed up the cue.
That's right.
And look at that fancy necklace too. Wow.
Look, she's
I think this is the first time
look at that fancy necklace.
Before,
those
5
no socks.
p.m. I've interviewed
someone who made me activate my special app on my phone.
That's a remote control in her hand right there.
Yeah. That's why she had her phone out, because she was.
Yeah. If we turn up the volume real loud. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's gonna be in his DMs though.
Can YouTube cancel us? I think we're going to be canceled next week.
No, we're not going to.
Someone like this.
You know, Shannon, you giving me a big head now. I mean, I already got a big head. I mean,
what?
You flattering.
Do I need to say anything?
This was already at
where
the finish
his
line.
hands are says it all. Where his hands are says it all.
Ryan, I'm smoking a cigarette right now. Okay?
Trying to figure out what's on TLC
fan.
now.
I'm very confused about my future. I'm reassessing my life
Oh
after
my
that.
God!
Trick
Will he
Williams
respect
interview.
me in the morning?
He's got an Asian fan right now. Just,
I don't
Yeah,
know
right.
how it happened, but somehow I'm wet. Okay.
God damn it!
I spilled water on myself. What are you talking about, YouTube?
Okay. Get your head out the gutter.
oh my god!
Yeah, for real.
The bid hadn't got me yet. They got me there. I was playing. I was good with it. That one broke me. That one got me.
The married one's trying to cover her left hand.
She is. This is.
Yeah.
You guys think we're joking? We're not. This is what's going on here in real life. This is what.
Dude, these two broads have got to deal with 50-year-old men who have got their jobs. They're like, I've been dying to become an anchor, but fucking Wilt Chamberlain, or boy, what a terrible name.
Wink Martindale.
Yeah, Wink Martindale is going to be here for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
And I've got
Man.
to do forecasts.
I wish I was on OBS right now because I would zoom in on the lady in purple's face. Look at that face, man.
Yes.
Look at what is she looking at? Draw a line from her eyes. Is all I'm saying, okay?
and draw it right back to that smile. Ear to ear. Oh my god. Just the pause with where his hands
Trick
are.
Williams
His
with
big
the
head is
Trick
killing
Williams with the it's here if you want it, ladies pose.
Yeah, exactly. He has his arms in the air. He's like, "Hey, I'm down. What are you
Open
down?
for
What do you,
business.
let's whatever
Oh
you
my
want, ladies.
God.
We can do this."
Oh man. And they're
How to
ready
stretch
to.
a news interview for 20 minutes. Mind comedy from it.
I mean, these two ladies are just a gold mine, though. They are just.
They are yes.
Haunting.
They are the stars of this interview because they are just in love with this man. They are ready.
Their next
sprinkling
news
bread
story is
crumbs
gonna-
in there eating. Yeah.
Right. Their next news story is about some kid who fucking knocks over mailboxes
Yeah.
in the neighborhood. They're really not trying to get out of this segment.
I guarantee. I wish we had the video of the next segment because I guarantee one of the ladies did the thing where they hold their shirt and they go woof like that. And
Yeah.
bring it up and down
Before
like
throwing it off to the local chef,
Oh,
where they're gonna make empanadas.
yeah. I'm so verklempt over here.
Yeah.
The vapors.
Me right now, you know what I mean?
You deserve it. Yeah. Our producer said, Olivia, just wait until you see Trick.
Just wait until you see this, man. Just wait until you see Trick.
The producer's been watching videos.
The producer's name is Frank.
Oh,
Producer's
Olivia.
name is Dis.
Oh, Olivia, just wait. Just wait.
Good God.
You're gonna love this man.
I can do that, Vince voice. If you want me to do that, Vince, puke. He's gonna puke. I can do that.
Would not be surprised at all
Yeah,
if they played this fucking reel at the NXT Performance Center.
I
To
do.
let
absolutely.
everybody know,
yeah.
like, this is how it's done. This is why you do it.
Play it in the
And-
Evolve Performance Center. Start teaching them young, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, I guess the deaf guy won the NXT title.
Yes, he just did. That's my other guy. I fucking love Miles Bourne.
What'd you
There
say?
you go. The
Miles
deaf guy.
Bourne, the
Miles
deaf kid.
Bourne.
Yeah,
he won
he
the
just
NXT title.
Yeah. Because like,
Sorry, I
and
couldn't
Ethan
hear you.
Page again. Ethan Page helped get Trick over, Javon over, and now Miles Bourne.
Wait,
Ethan
so
Page is
which
great.
title was it?
The North American title. He beat
Okay,
Ethan
so
Page
it
for
wasn't the title.
No.
He
No,
didn't beat Joe Hendry.
Yeah, no.
You
he
know what I
didn't
like
beat-
about Ethan Page, by the way? Ethan Page isn't dressing up like a wrestler. He's dressing up like a fucking producer. Have you
Yeah.
guys noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's got these fucking glasses on all the time, and it's just like, yeah, I could see you in a suit. getting
Doesn't
yelled at by
is
Bruce
it just
Prichard.
me or does it seem like Ethan Page left TNA, fell asleep, and then woke up when he showed up in NXT?
It seems that way because it's better for his career. Because man,
He's
That-
so like it is night and day from what he did in AEW.
Yeah.
Night and day. Like, so just streets ahead.
The work. That's what I was saying. The work he's put in, he helped get like Javon's first real big feud in NXT was against Ethan Page. Trick when he was really getting over Ethan Page. Ricky Saints too, and then now Miles Bourne. Like he's perfect in NXT.
This also goes back to my assessment that everybody in the AEW talent pool is an introvert. I said this a few weeks ago on this very show. This is what an extrovert does.
Yeah.
This is how it's done.
And that's why they didn't get over there, and they're getting over here. Yeah. Valid point.
Matt Buswell.
It takes a couple weeks for my points to.
Matt Buswell in the chat says, really something, probably the most important comment I've seen all night. The co-host is the one I would like to be with. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Well, you agree? You're in agreement, awful. You think you like those white teeth?
Very, very pretty, yeah.
They can get it. Like I said, I said it in the introduction. So. But yes, back to Ethan. No, I it happens with a lot of guys though, and that's why I kept telling like you and Marv, like give Ricky Saints time. Give now Ricky Saints. I will say has not really changed all that much.
Nope,
but,
too performative if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Ricky Saints to me screams, I'm going to spend the rest of my career in NXT, and that's where I should be, right? Like, that's what I feel from NXT. But the fact that Ethan Page showed us that, and Jade Cargill, there have been some others who have
Lexus King's a big one.
Lexus King is. Yes.
I didn't think he had a chance, and he has done such good work.
Right. So some of these guys you have to let sink in a little bit before you really see what they can be. Because Lexus King is a perfect example. That man.
He's the next Chris Jericho, by the way.
100%.
Okay, 100%. I like that. Yeah.
That's a good comparison. Yeah, that's why I always tell you guys, just like give them time, let them see what's going to happen, you know. So.
Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We'll be right back with more Sunrise Extra.
Fucking the agent after. I mean, come on, look at that.
Flashes the shoes at the end too.
I mean, dude, come on now. Man. You know the agent or the producer who was with him, who had to do the traveling with him. It was just like, dude, A+ effort.
No notes. 10 out of 10.
A+ effort. Yeah, 10 out of 10, man.
Yeah,
exactly. Now you need to do the same thing in Wichita.
And I'm sure he will.
He's the morning.
Yeah. Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
We got some more super chats. You and Cumia 499. This isn't a trick, so he isn't going back. And who is covering Elimination Chamber on Saturday? That would be our good friend Jake. We will get into that in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah, I'd love to get into that.
Yeah.
Blowing up some spots here.
So Regina Sharp for $10. Okay, I missed this entire. Oh, we already did that one. We did that one already. Regina Sharp for another $10. These two are so thirsty. They're going to need a couple hundred big gulps. Thank you, Regina Sharp. Everyone, people are acting. I'm telling you, man. They wanted that, man.
They were eating
let's
out of
not. Let's. We're adults here. Let's not play around. We know that they also were playing a part too.
Well, yes.
You know, they know how to dance.
Wasn't a hard part for them to play, though.
But exactly. That's the whole thing. They made, Trick Williams made it easy for them to interview.
That was easy work for all three of them. They were able to play off each other, and they all knew what they were doing. They all played their part.
No, there's a difference, right? You see these morning show interviews a lot, especially if you spend any time in the hospital, because they wake you up at 8 o'clock in the morning and then you have nothing else to watch. So you watch, people see these morning show interviews, and all these morning show anchors, they act excited and they want to get it, but half the time you can tell they don't care. They don't care about any of this. They're trying, but they just don't. But that interview, I believed. You know what I mean? Like I believed it in my soul.
LA Knight did the same thing. If you remember.
Yeah,
like he did it wasn't as quite as like, I'm trying to woo everybody,
dynamic,
but it was just like, very dynamic. The presence comes through the screen.
Yeah, LA Knight is good at it. I think the problem with LA Knight is that, I don't know, he just has a weird look, man. I don't want to leave my kid alone with LA Knight. You know what I mean?
LA Knight, LA Knight's the cool uncle, but you don't really trust him to babysit.
He needs to be in something a little bit more upscale.
Yeah, Yeah, like I feel weird when Max cheers for LA Knight. Like LA Knight is just kind of there's something about him. I don't know what it is, but
too creeper for you.
A little bit. You know, I think I've run into a few 2 LA Knights in my day.
Step into my windowless van. Yeah.
LA Knight seems like a guy who would talk to you like 2 inches from your face whenever he talks to you, no matter what.
Talkers are the worst.
You know,
but at least he's got gum in his mouth.
Yeah. And like a faint,
a
faint smell of like PBR and White Claw somewhere in there, you know.
God damn it.
And Dracar Noir.
Yeah. So, all right. Noir. Elimination Chamber is this Saturday.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one. Yeah,
that was good. It was good. I was gonna say Old Spice, but you nailed it.
Old Spice is not.
Oh, Jute. Maybe Jute. Anyway, Axe body spray.
Jupe, not Jute. What the fuck is Jute?
I said Jupe. Didn't I say Jupe? Did I not say
I thought
Jupe?
you said Jute.
I thought I said Jupe. I don't know.
Okay, Jupe.
I was kind of coughing. So
God damn.
Anyway,
so mid-90s.
I'm very, 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 very tired, sir. We have the Elimination Chamber coming up this Saturday, and Jake and George will be covering this show.
We'll do a watch party. We'll invite some folks.
Yeah, and then me and Awful will be going on right after to wrap it up. And if you, Jake, if you want to join us on the wrap up, you're more than welcome to. Obviously,
yeah, and bring that ne'er-do-well George as well if you'd like to.
All right, yeah, and vice versa. If you guys will come on, I'll shoot out the link. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Well, I will say right now, so there's no question. I can't.
Right. Yeah, you got Max.
I made a commitment, so you know. But Awful might. Who knows? We'll see. But here are the matches that we have. We have Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Jey Uso, who I do not believe was supposed to be there.
No, that was definitely supposed to be Bronson Reed.
Yeah, 100%. That was supposed to be Bronson Reed. Randy Orton, Cody, and LA Knight. I mean, do we have to, or can we just? It's Cody.
I mean,
right?
It doesn't. Yeah, it's got. I mean, I guess there's a way you could have it be Randy, but I think it's Cody, and I still think that ends up being a triple threat somehow.
Why would you take Randy out of that Aleister Black feud after that match on Friday?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Did you watch that? Awful?
I missed it. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, sir! Go back and
Good
watch
match.
Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. The same thing I was saying about
Danielson.
The same thing I was saying about main event goes for this. People complaining constantly that Aleister Black doesn't mean anything. And then they put Aleister Black in a feud with Randy Orton to raise him up because he's good enough, but he was just lost in the Damian Priest vortex.
Yeah.
He's, nobody gets over when they fight Damian Priest. And then he can, and then once he gets put against Randy Orton, people are like, why is a loser like Aleister Black fighting Randy? It's like, let him do it and see why. Right. How do you expect anyone to be elevated if you complain whenever anyone is put in a feud?
Because they got to look to complain. Yeah, whatever. What are we complaining about today?
Dude, these are people that didn't watch wrestling in the 80s and 90s and didn't see squash matches and enhancement talent and curtain jerk matches every fucking Saturday for about 20 years.
Why does LA Knights look weird? Because LA Knights hair looks weird. I don't know, dude. That's
I don't know. Why does
his whole attire looks weird? What's a t-shirt doing with a leather jacket? Like,
I don't get it.
I don't get it, man.
I don't get people's
it's not even a jacket. It's a vest. The vest throws me off, dude.
Yeah.
He's good on the microphone.
It was
stonewashed jeans.
Yeah, he's got good catchphrases. Everything else, I don't understand. He seems like the kid who would hang out. He seems like the guy who would hang out at high school 5 years after he graduated and buy beer for the younger kids. He's Matthew McConaughey in Days.
Shows up at the class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Millar, remember me?
Yeah, LA Knight, I don't get. So,
and the kids, like the sophomores and juniors, think he's really cool, but the seniors are like, why are you still around,
right?
Dude?
Right.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And he's always dating the girl that the nerdy girl guy wants to date, and I get it.
I can't.
Every school's got those guys.
It's because he can get her, and the nerdy guy could have had he not been around. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we all
Too busy
agree.
making grok.
it has to be Cody, right?
It has to be, yeah. I mean, just because you're facing Drew, and then I mean, if you want to throw Jacob Fatu into that, because it feels like they do this every year, where like one of the title matches is a singles match, and then the other one's a triple threat. So that just
so you can
winner faces Drew.
Yeah, the winner faces Drew.
Okay, this is what you do, and I'm not joking when I say this. You have Javon go over, and then for the next all the way up to WrestleMania. You have every motherfucker thinking that Javon's going to win this thing, and then you pull the carpet right under Javon Evans' feet at WrestleMania main event. It's because you have so many great near falls. You can have the first like 10 minutes of Drew McIntyre like just schooling Javon Evans, like just whipping his ass.
You know, I'm a back
man.
Up. I'm a back up awful. I'm with you. And here's why. You can easily they still have time. You know, this is a 4-match card. They still have time to add Drew versus Jacob at the show, which I kind of think they will. So you go through the Drew Jacob match this month. That leaves Jacob without anything to do. If you have Cody lose this match, Cody versus Jacob is a home run.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, or if Randy's feud with Alistair doesn't go that long, because I don't think that would go to Mania. You've got that Cody and Randy match just sitting there. You have to do that at some point.
Yeah.
And you have to do that at a Mania, right?
But the thing is, Randy doesn't want to turn heel. Randy likes
so Cody can turn heel.
He's a Christian now, and so Cody's selling more merch than
I know. Well, I'm just saying, but
Cody is selling enough merch to put my child through college.
Yeah, that's true. You can have him as the legacy baby faces too. I'm just giving you options of it. I think Cody and Jacob makes a ton of sense too. And what do you do with Jacob if you don't do that? I'm just thinking because my first thought was if Javon wins, what do you do with Cody? Cody and Jacob would work, but just there's options.
My only thing about Javon is I still hold on to the idea that Javon should beat Dominic at WrestleMania for the
that would make sense. Yeah, because the thing is, my issue with doing it with Javon now, it's like, well, then what does he do the next year? Like, you don't giving somebody the WrestleMania title match this early. I just get scared about. Yeah, I know, but then he's already had a WrestleMania title match, and then if he's in the Intercontinental title match next year, that's a step down.
I get what you're saying, but it also they could do a whole storyline where it's like he flew too close to the sun and he needs to back up, kind of thing.
Right, or he cashes in his challenge early because he's a 21-year-old kid. And,
right. Yeah, he doesn't.
Exactly, gentlemen. And then you spend I don't know, 9 weeks, 6 weeks. I don't know when it is until WrestleMania, but you play that whole angle up. You don't really have Javon Evans showcasing matches because you don't want to get him on too much of a winning streak, because that will kind of telegraph the fact that he's going to lose at WrestleMania. So you kind of have him go through these training sessions. He may go back to NXT, get some advice from, get the rah-rahs from the NXT crowd, like, we believe in you. Like, at least that's your feel-good segment for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it
what Jey Uso was this past year. I get you.
It does another thing. It also puts a lot more weight on the next main event. Roman versus Cody. Now
Punk.
Sorry, Punk versus Cody. Sorry,
no, Punk versus Roman.
But you can also have right. Exactly.
That's great.
It's okay. He's slipping in his old age. Give him.
Stop. No, I'm just thinking ahead. You know how ADHD.
I know.
Do it. And I don't have ADHD. I've not been diagnosed. Anyway, you kind of rock that whole pendulum of can Javon actually win the world championship? You know what? Now that I think about this is stupid. I don't like the idea, because no one's going to buy into the fact that Javon
it's just too early.
It's going to become the world champion. Yeah, I take it all back.
The whole, but it's like being nominated for the Oscar.
First movie.
I like the balls involved in it.
Yeah. I could see Drew cutting promos on are you kidding me? This is going to be a night off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and kind of ride that wave. But is that
you know
big
when
enough
you
for
could have done that?
WrestleMania? No.
You know when you could have done that? When Money in the Bank happened at WrestleMania. If you still, if Money in the Bank wasn't its own pay-per-view, and you still had Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, you could do that because you could have Javon pull off a crazy fluke upset, and then have the monster come out and beat him.
I would not have Javon Evans win it.
Yeah.
See, now you can give him a sense of humanity and a sense of humility for him cashing it in and losing.
Yeah, that's not WrestleMania then. That is Javon Evans wins Money in the Bank in July. He cashes it in against somebody and loses, and then he has to take a step back and realize where his place is.
I'm sorry for thinking that Drew McIntyre held the U.S. title.
But Swing Bass in the chat. I mean, this is the obvious answer. Drew and Jacob becomes a no contest. Cody wins Elimination Chamber 3-way. I don't know why Sammy loses a trick, but sure. But yeah,
just give him Mania matches. Yeah, no, that would work. I like that.
I hate the fact that there's going to be a 3-way. I've already told you my 3-way at WrestleMania, but I hate 3-ways.
It's your 3-way was Trick, and then the two ladies, Olivia.
No, that was my Dirty Sanchez London.
Spit Rose.
Right. There you go. But my 3-way was Brock, Oba, and Gunther, which I don't want to happen.
So on the women's side, we have Raquel and Asuka and what's her name?
Kiana James.
Kiana James. By the way, so impressed by Kiana James on SmackDown when she that was the one match that we were just kind of sitting back being like, okay, well, obviously it's going to be not Kiana James. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. She was the one that wasn't going to win the match. She was the one taking the pin.
Not only did she win, which is a trope in wrestling, so this part of it that's kind of she won and impressed when she picked up Nia Jax, it was nothing. And then you look, they tried to kind of do the same spot on Raw, but it didn't work because they were being supported. Like, that woman is. I looked at Max and I was like, that's a John Cena thing. That's a superhuman move.
When Cena would pick up Big Show and stuff. Yeah, no, she's a tough. Yeah, and then the way she won smart like that was good. That's good for her character.
It seems weird because it seems like they clearly want to get Julia over, but I think that she might end up being the star out of this whole thing. And then he got Alexa, and he got Tiffany, and he got Rhea.
What's Alexa doing in there?
I mean, she's a former champion.
Yeah,
she's over.
Yeah,
she's over. There'll be some cool spots, but
she sells a lot of merch. Awful. A lot.
And I think it's setting up so that Charlotte will be mad that she's in it or something with it to set them up to have a Mania match.
That's where I am on this. Is that it has to be Rhea.
I'm so disinterested in this Elimination Chamber match for the women.
Or Raquel.
I just got one question. Who's the ring general in this?
Rhea and Asuka.
Asuka.
Yeah, I was looking at Asuka too. Okay.
Yeah.
That's as much.
But it's I mean, Rhea's pretty much the only one that makes sense to win it because the winner takes on Jade.
Raquel.
I mean, I could see that, but
Raquel versus Jade. And then listen, pay attention. You put the title on Raquel, and then Liv wins her match. So then you have Liv with one title, Raquel with the other. And obviously something brews between Raquel. Because
I am so sorry. Rodriguez versus Jade Cargill is not a WrestleMania main event.
I tell you, the chat is saying, I love for Raquel to win.
We'd all love for Raquel to win. I wish it wasn't against Jade.
Dude, did you see Jade's match against Grace?
Was it good?
Jade was fantastic.
Awesome.
Now, I don't know.
What I like to hear.
I don't know if it's because Grace is just that good, which is possible. Because Grace, I mean,
yeah, she's a good.
She's next level. She's next level. She's like a young Natalia, right? Like anyone she goes in with will look fantastic. But Jade looked really good, and if she can have that kind of like power versus, like I have never seen Rhea Ripley carry someone lesser to a good match. Can you think of anyone? Okay.
She didn't face Mercedes Moné, did she?
I don't believe so. Rhea is very good at wrestling people
Banks.
who are her level or better. But I don't think that she can carry anyone. And if someone in the chat can correct me, I will be more than happy to correct myself. But
right. I'm just thinking like her feuds have mostly been against top 10
fantastic wrestlers.
Right. Yeah. So
and then when they aren't, when she's fighting Nia, the match is terrible.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I hear you. I think maybe we'll see if if she's gonna have a feud with Lash Legend. That might be a good litmus test. I'm gonna pay a lot more attention now that you said
it. What if it's Tiffany Stratton, gentlemen?
What?
I mean, it could be, but I mean, we saw Tiffany versus Jade when Jade won the belt from her. I mean, maybe you can have a better match with it, but Tiffany's still real young and not that, she's still pretty green in the business. So
if you do Raquel, you can have the power versus power to where your standard in terms of how good the match is,
right,
can be brought down.
Is that interesting though?
Yes.
Okay.
It's different, right? Like it's different for the women's division to have a power versus power match, to have a big man match, quote unquote, in the women's division. I'm just saying, I don't think that Rhea can carry Jade. I know that like Bliss can, but I don't think anyone cares. Asuka clearly could have a good match with Jade, but again, then you're doing heel versus heel. Tiffany, I think it would be such a mess if you had Tiffany go in there.
I think Triple H is going to put his faith in Rhea, though. I think Triple H thinks Rhea can do it.
Yep.
I mean,
and that'll be that. It's the biggest drawing
I get what you're saying,
match for this year.
James maybe. James maybe, but you know who I would have done is Charlotte. So I don't understand why it wasn't Charlotte.
That's why I laughed earlier and was just like, "What's Alexa Bliss doing in there?" Like,
yeah, because it's gonna be Alexa versus Charlotte.
Because Charlotte lost to James, though.
I don't think Charlotte wants to be in the title picture at this point, though. I think she's purposely trying to stay away from it because she's been in it too much and she's realized that's where a lot of the heat came on her. So
yeah,
I think her versus Alexa at WrestleMania makes a lot of sense.
She learned nothing from her father then.
You know what? Then maybe you even do something where you have Alexa beat Jade before WrestleMania. Like you have Alexa win and beat Jade. Like Jade says, we'll do this right now, bitch.
Nah.
And then she comes out and does something
Don't
because I can't figure out who in this match can give Jade the match she has to have at WrestleMania.
It doesn't. That's not the point. The point's going to be that Triple H is going to put it in Rhea, and it's going to be Rhea versus Jade. That's what's happening.
Thank you, Jake.
Right? Like, I mean, I get what you're saying, Dis.
I don't think.
But they don't think that. I understand.
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why I don't think so? Can I tell you why? Because I think that they are. I think that in his mind, listening to Triple H talk, he gives the big, stupid, high-flying, crazy ladder match to the women this year. And that the women's tag division gets it. And that's why, because you still have the tag titles on her and Io. You've been pushing the Kabuki Warriors harder. Every single woman in this match is in a tag team except for Tiffany. So it's going to be fucking Tiffany, isn't it?
No, because you can easily take the titles off of Rhea and Io because Rhea's more
focused. Oh, yeah. And Raquel also, her tag team partner is fighting in the other match. So. But yeah, I get
you, but I'm not convinced that it's not going to be Rhea. I'll have to see it happen to it.
I think my logic tells me it is. I want to believe that it won't be, and it's not because I don't like Rhea. It's because I don't think her and Jade can have the kind of match that Jade needs. And
I think they can put it together. They'll have 2 months to put it together.
I think
Awful's done with this conversation.
Yeah, dude. I mean, goddamn. First off, I don't even give a shit about this Elimination Chamber.
You care about Jade. You care about Jade.
It's going to be Rhea versus Jade. That's what you put as a WrestleMania.
That's
match.
That's
all there is to it.
That's all that really matters is that on the market.
Next.
Okay.
Finn Balor versus Punk.
It'll be fantastic. Punk's going to win.
Yep.
It'll be fantastic. It'll be fantastic. but Punk.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a great.
What will make it
awesome
fantastic?
match.
I'm not been impressed with CM Punk's matches.
Did you watch his match against Finn Balor a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen that, but like, do you think that Finn Balor's going to get his win back, win the championship, and you know what I mean? Like,
no, I just think
put on a great match with Punk.
I just think that Finn. I think they're both very talented. I think they had a great match a few weeks ago.
This is the match for the hometown crowd. Like,
yeah,
this is you're not gonna have a show in Chicago without Punk wrestling on it, and they're gonna riot.
Punk wasn't going to leave this show without the title, regardless. So if you're going to have it, at least make sure it's somebody he can have a fantastic match with.
Right.
You know, and we know that he can have a great match with Finn Balor. So
that's a valid point. And it's not somebody like big where he could like maybe try to do the go to sleep and like tear something. Like it's a not a smaller person.
Somebody's safe.
Size.
That's a good point, that he's safe.
Right.
You're
trying to get to Mania at this point without anybody else getting hurt.
I want to put this out there just so it's on the record. Do you suppose that Finn Balor wins the championship, and now there's a 3-way? There's going to be a 3-way one of these two.
Yeah,
it won't be Punk Roman.
Yeah,
it won't. Like Punk Roman is a generational match. You can't.
Yeah, and that's the easy Sunday main event. Like that just makes perfect sense.
Like last year it was a 3-way because Punk was inserted into the.
And it was the Saturday main event, though. Like,
right?
I think and I'm pretty sure Punk and Roman's going to be the Sunday main event. And
once you've announced CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, unless you are like digging up Hulk Hogan and putting him in the match, there's nobody that you can add to this match that would make it bigger. You know?
Yeah.
Like Cody, maybe if you put Cody in there, but
maybe. But I think Punk versus Roman. I think it's better just as the two of them.
Yeah. And then AJ versus Becky. Becky is on a generational run right now. She's fantastic. I don't want to see her lose the title. But maybe they're in Chicago. It's AJ. I could see them giving her a run until between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, possibly.
Yeah, I could see this one going either way. I could see Becky like DQing to win or whatever and keeping the belt or whatever. But you make a good point. I could easily see AJ winning it here and then either dropping it back to Becky at Mania or dropping it at Mania to somebody.
You know,
gives Becky time to check up on her kid.
Yeah, and AJ has said she wanted to work with other women. A U.S. title run would get her to work with the women that she has said she wanted to work with. People like she said she wanted to work specifically with Roxanne.
That's a good point.
If Liv wins the title, they could absolutely do something where her and Roxanne both have titles.
So they're bringing midgets back?
You watch your fucking mouth. You don't speak about Roxanne like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some Roxanne stands that are.
Can I tell you
if they can reach you, they'll be real mad.
Real quick before we go, because we're getting ready to go.
Oh shit, yeah.
Liv Morgan was fantastic last night.
Yeah,
right?
She's great. She's been great. I mean, she's been great for a while, but I mean, ever since like the whole taking Dom from Rhea, from that point till now, she's just been amazing.
Awful. Did you watch her promo for last night where she was deciding who she was going to fight at WrestleMania?
Missed it.
Okay, you need to check out that promo, and I want to talk to you about it on This Is Awful this week because there was like, she was captivating, just like the way she made weak-willed men fall in love with her at that moment. You know what I mean? Like when she had there was that, like, she dropped all sense of like toughness and like bratting, like she just became this wounded bird in the ring, and then in like 3 seconds she threw it all away to get that heel heat back, and it was so good. And women are like not good at that anymore. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to show weakness. They don't want to show they want
vulnerability.
Right. They don't want to show vulnerability. They want to be strong. Yeah. That kind of stuff. And seeing Liv like drop all that pretense and show vulnerability in the middle of the ring was something that we haven't seen in years. Like it was a throwback to like Trish when she was going between Chris Jericho and Christian.
Right? 20. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it's a good comparison. No, yeah, Liv was fantastic. And even though I knew it was coming, it was still done very well because I didn't know for sure, but I felt like.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
No, because you knew it was coming.
Right.
But then about halfway through, you're like, but wait.
Yeah, she's still going.
Right? Like, you're like, wait a second. Maybe. Yeah.
And give Stephanie credit for selling that mic shot too. She sold it like she was.
Maybe I will
dead.
cash app her $500.
And Jade. Give Jade credit because Jade once she did the turn, once Liv did the turn, Jade was like, okay. You know,
yeah,
she was just,
this between y'all.
Yeah, she had a great look on her face, which was like, yeah, it was just like, this is your business.
Yeah, not my problem anymore. I'm out.
You guys have fun. Like all those promos that she did for weeks leading up to it, where she's like, I want you to pick me. They all went away the second that she did that. She was like, oh, no, you're good. I'm out. You have fun. You know, like Jade.
Yeah,
Jade has been doing so much. Jade has been doing so much better showing personality recently too.
Good.
I can't believe they did that stare down with her and Charlotte and they didn't give us the match.
Yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, that was. I said that on our show on Sunday. I'm like, they had this great moment, and then Charlotte's not in the. I think that's Charlotte's call of not wanting to be in the title picture this year, and she'll do it next year.
I guess, but why tease it? Because I've never liked Charlotte until recently. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I kind of want to see that. And then, God.
Yeah, Charlotte's always needed a legitimate threat. To the accolades and to like the whole, like the aura that she has, like for a long time. She's been facing smaller women. Let's face it. You know, one half of the fucking horsemen, the female horsemen are tiny bitches.
True.
Yeah. No, and like Rhea was the only like that match she had with Rhea was at WrestleMania 39 in LA. Like that was, and she needed somebody like Rhea's size to actually make it work. And Jade has that, and I think it's in their back pocket. I don't think either of them are going anywhere anytime soon.
All right, I think we hit up the major stuff.
Yeah.
We even got a little bit of Braun Breaker. Okay, I mean Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they're both injured. It sucks, but we got into that with the
and then
stuff. So
for the Chamber, well, it'll be on my channel. We'll watch it. I will. Yeah, I'll be hosting the official Tooney Talk Wrestling watch party on the All Jake Takes On channel. So
okay, real quick,
out, y'all.
just so we have this official.
Oh
what do we think is in the box?
I mean, I think it's like it's going to be Jericho somehow. Like it's going to open and there's going to be something silly in it or something and then Jericho's music will play. And
I heard someone say specifically the set to Talk as Jericho or whatever his show is called.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was called. Talk as Jericho.
Is that what it was? No, that's his podcast. What's his show?
You're right.
What was his show on TV?
I remember it was the Jerotron 5000 was
right.
Was the screen. I forget. What was it called? The highlight reel? I think it was the
highlight
reel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The Peep Show. No, that was
Christian.
Same thing.
I love the idea that a lot of people think that, especially AEWful, he believes that it's going to be the graphite frozen image of Chris Jericho, a la Han Solo, in Star Wars, which would be a cool thing to do because you can actually have it sit there until Jericho's contract is unfrozen.
That is true.
That would be funny.
You know what you could do too is just to make sure you're not legally in trouble. You make it of like where it's actually of like Lexus King, or something.
Right, like you always see like part of the face or whatever. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it will
have Fozzy spelled with 3 Z's.
Yeah, this screams Jericho.
Oh,
screams Jericho. But yes, see him in the chat. It's going to be a light up jacket.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. Yeah, something Jericho related. Yeah.
There's also a possibility that this is all a troll, right? Because they are shitting on it. Like Adam Pearce was like, send it to SmackDown, and then Nick Aldis was like, I don't want it. Send it,
that was something I saw someone's theory with that it was Aldis's and Pearce's old gear that's in the WWE video game, so they can like have a match at Mania.
Maybe
I can see that, but yeah, I still think it's Jericho.
I will say that I think that anyone who is like building themselves up enough about this that they will be disappointed if it isn't Jericho are being ridiculous because
you're trying to complain.
They have not done anything to make you think this is going to be special. Nothing.
Yeah, no, they've been silly about it.
Adam Pearce
is going to be your boy, this
Danhausen.
Yep.
They wouldn't do that on pay-per-view. I don't think they do that on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that'd be NXT. If it was NXT, it would be Danhausen.
Maybe NXT. Yeah. No. Like, I mean, Pierce basically pissed on it. And,
and all this said to be, they've said it back and forth. Yeah.
The funniest joke was when they made the Christmas Story reference. It's a prestigious award, when they did that with R-Truth on Friday. But yeah, there's like I said, if you're building yourself up over this and you get disappointed and then you complain the next day, that's your fault. They have done nothing to make this seem like.
Then send it down to NXT and then have it be Jericho later.
That's okay.
That would be awesome.
That would be funny.
I just over it and then they send it down.
I just thought that the idea that if it is Jericho, it would be funny if he did a thing, and this sounds very Jericho, where he plays in, because remember when he did the countdown and then he came back again and then people were like, he milks it so much. He's such a jerk. People were complaining because they felt like it was being milked. So then he proceeded to walk out around the ring and wave at people for 10 minutes when he got there.
God damn, that shit didn't work, did it?
No, it didn't. But that is what Jericho thinks.
But that's
is funny.
Jericho.
That's Jericho. He milks it. He trolls. And so I could totally see him being like, you know what? They think I'm old fashioned and they think that I just rely on old gimmicks. So I'm going to do the oldest, most cliche gimmick I could possibly think of. I'm going to be in a box. And then people, and like he's just going to keep doing cliche.
And like
things.
it's a Cornette reference too. And anybody who comes out of a box is instantly over.
Right.
Yeah,
and then when people complain about it, he goes, "Oh, you know what that is called? Heat.
Yeah,
I made you hate it. That's heat."
Yeah.
Just like he did in AEW. Remember, he said, I'm bad on purpose because it makes you hate me." And I could see him doing that again in WWE.
100%.
But I also think that there is a sly thing with WWE where they're kind of shitting on it preemptively, because if it doesn't work, they can be like, "Yeah, we always thought it was shit. We were just making fun of them." Kind of.
I can't think of any scenario right now, at least at this atmosphere for WWE, where Chris Jericho fits in. Like
Hall of Fame final run. I could see it.
That's it.
That's it.
But you can't plug him in with anybody. Everybody's busy right now.
They're okay. Seats taken.
I definitely did talk about this with someone who may understand things a little bit, and
what was his name?
I don't know. I literally don't know. But
motherfucker making shit up.
No, I'm
Dave
not.
Meltzer, everybody.
Dave Meltzer. When I was talking to Dave Meltzer, anyway. But yeah, I said kind of like, I guess there's a way where if he comes in and he acts like he is, the old fashioned Chris Jericho, and like he's doing these old gimmicks and he keeps doing this over and over again, and people are laughing at him and it becomes a big joke, that you could turn it around where it's like suddenly the lion heart comes back or something, like just I guess there's something, but can you hear my eyes roll as I say what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure. It's like
kind of like me thinking that Javon Evans would win the
championship. Like it's
talk
an
myself
idea
right out of it.
It's an idea, and I can see them doing it, but
it's an idea. It doesn't make it a good one,
right? You asked, your question was how would they do it? And I guess that's how they would do it. So I don't, we got one more super chat here from Regina Sharp for $5. It's actually Gwyneth Paltrow's body in the box.
Put this one from 7 on top of it. There you go.
Right.
Combine it.
Not Anne Heche's.
No. It was Gwyneth Paltrow.
It was Gwyneth Paltrow. Yep.
Do you see? You've seen 7, right? Awful.
I've seen 7.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully it won't be filled with candles that smell like her vagina. So, Jake.
Yes.
What do you got to plug?
Yeah, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@AltJakeTakesOn. If you just type in Alt Jake on YouTube, I should pop right up. We're on the march to 500 subscribers, and we will be doing the Tooney Talk Wrestling watch party on Saturday for Elimination Chamber. Be George and myself. I'll shoot out the link to a few other people, and we'll have some fun and watch the Elimination Chamber. So come hang out and subscribe. That's the biggest thing. We do a live show every Thursday at 9:30 Eastern to talk about AEW Dynamite, so you don't have to watch it. We'll watch it for you. And then every Sunday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern, we have like a general talk show. And that's my life. I do three live shows a week. Come hang out. It's a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Awful Wrestling. What do you got?
Really got nothing to plug. I think I'll be there with Jake and George on Saturday doing an elimination.
Pop in and out for a bit. Hang out.
Yeah. But I will definitely be blowing my load on the Elimination Chamber post show on This Is Awful right after George.
And so will Dis if Trick wins.
Yeah.
Especially when Dis wins or when Trick wins over Dis. But yeah, you can check us out on This Is Awful. We had a great time last Saturday. What do you think, Dis?
We did. Last week was fun, man.
that was a fun little show. But yes, check us out every Saturday at 10 p.m. on This Is Awful, and also here every Tuesday on Tooney Talk Wrestling. I think I told some people, some of the YouTube fans of mine, that I'm going to be trying to like really engage more with the YouTube audience than I do with the Twitter audience.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Twitter
It's
is something's happening. I don't know what it is. I don't really care to know, but I'm just gonna go where the wind blows.
AI bots
going into distraction. And
there's much more risk reward over on YouTube than Twitter. Twitter doesn't seem to actually matter.
Yeah, I respond to all my comments on YouTube for sure.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing wrong with Twitter except the fact that like just something's happening. I can't even really explain it. Like less engagement.
Can I tell you what it is? I think they've gotten better for your average user, but I think it is worse for people who are trying to like promote themselves. And I think that it is because they've prevented people from seeing negative comments on their posts or anything that they deem might be negative. So like if one of my followers make a joke towards me, I don't see it. I have to like go to my post specifically and look at it because Twitter is trying to get it, like they're not pushing
clean up their act.
They're not pushing. They're not pushing negative comments into your notifications anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that for the average user, that's good, but for someone who's trying to get a show out there, isn't good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. That's what I noticed.
That's a good point.
That's the big note. That's the big change I've seen.
I just want to engage with the YouTube audience a little bit more because you guys are very supportive of This Is Awful show and also of the Awful Wrestling channel. You guys have made it definitely worthwhile last Saturday. Thanks for all those who joined in and
all the support.
Shared a laugh or two. Yeah, all the support. It was awesome. And lots more to come. So hopefully you'll join Jake and George this Saturday with the Elimination Chamber watch along party. And also you'll tune in afterwards with us, me and Dis on This Is Awful post show.
Saturday night covered.
Chamber. Yeah.
And
take care of your next 6 hours.
I think that's about it. If you go to the links below in the description, you will see Marv and Kev's channels. If you go over to WDW Pro, Marvin or Lauren and Apollo are going to be on there.
Absolutely.
So, check them out tonight after the show. And
our anniversary is coming up soon.
I know
Are they going to be involved?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see.
I need to send them a super chat.
I will. We will see you guys on Saturday throughout the many different shows in the Tooneyverse. But yeah, until then,
Tooneyverse.
I like that.
This is Akadis with Awful Wrestling and Alt Jake. And get out of here.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator! Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. Well, you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you! I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks? For what?
Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you! and viewers like you. Thank you.